Dakota Sports on KOKK.
Here's Kolda for three. Wide open. Got it. Kolda's first basket, a big one. Here's a quick pass right side. Rayford running for the pylon. Collision at the goal line, and he's in.
Dakota Sports is committed to excellence in sports broadcasting.
That's right, and thanks so much to our area sponsors, including Ken Clark Insurance, Huron Regional Medical Center, With Farms, Slumberland Furniture, 6B Seed and Supplies of Alpena, Burns Manufacturing in Wessington, Olympic Motors, Dairy Queen in Huron, Car Chiropractic in Huron, Brian Davidson State Farm Insurance, Rocking Z Acres, Dakota Land Feeds, Real Estate Connection, and Kaufman Livestock. The South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection, will bring us our reading of the officials. Gary Zell Auto Glass is our post-game report sponsor, and the Mira Family Hair Care brings us our in-game scoreboard updates. Back to Woolsey tonight as the Woolsey-Wessington Warbirds host James Valley Christian. Woolsey-Wessington sponsors Onward Woolsey Business Association, American Family Insurance of Miller and Huron, and Shooters in Woolsey. And welcome back to Woolsey. Matt Watson live tonight here on KOKK as the Woolsey-Wessington Warbirds start with the girls basketball game. The Warbirds at 1-5 after losing to Miller on Tuesday, and they take on a very much changed James Valley Christian girls team. Comes in with not only an 0-3 record, but a new head coach, but a familiar face in Ryan Glanzer, and we'll talk to him here in just a moment. We'll also, of course, have a conversation with Josh McGilvery, and then make sure to stay tuned. Halftime, we'll get a look at that scoreboard. Afterwards, we'll have Gary Zell Auto Glass post-game shows. In fact, two of them tonight, because we got two games. James Valley Christian at Woolsey-Wessington tonight for a girl-boy doubleheader. And thanks so much, of course, for being with us here this evening. We're going to take a short time out here. We'll send it back to the studios for a minute. When we return, we'll talk a little bit about girls basketball here with, again, a familiar face in Ryan Glanzer, a guy that I interviewed here, 3, 4, 5, I think it was actually 5 years ago, as he was in this same position. And here he is 5 years later. We'll have a word with Coach Glanzer here in just a moment. And still to come, Coach McGilvery, as we get ready for both games of a doubleheader tonight here in Woolsey. We'll take a 1-minute break. When we return, James Valley Christian head girls basketball coach Ryan Glanzer. You're listening to the pregame show for the doubleheader on KOKK.
With nearly 130 stores in 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for Lazy Boy furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron.
Hi, I am Tyson Lean. As a college wrestler, I push my body to the limit every day. But after a few injuries, I started to feel like I wasn't performing at my best. That's when I turned to Car Chiropractic and their team of experts. Through a combination of adjustments, rehab, and natural supplements, I was able to recover faster, reduce my pain, and improve my overall performance on the mat. Whether you're an athlete or just looking to improve your health, I highly recommend giving Car Chiropractic a try.
Your headquarters for sports is Dakota Sports on KOKK.
Matt Watson back on 1210 KOKK, live from Woolsey tonight as James Valley Christian in town to take on the Woolsey-Wessington Warbirds. Both games of a girl-boy doubleheader coming up tonight here on KOKK. We'll talk to Coach McGilvery here in a few minutes as we get ready for the girls' ball game here in Woolsey. Right now we sit down though with the visiting head coach Ryan Glanzer for the James Valley Christian girls. And Ryan, thanks for joining us here. Let's talk a little bit so far about the year. Now, you knew with the changes, you knew it was going to be a challenge this year. It was going to be not only trying to organize a girls basketball unit, which, as you know, is tough enough, but you're also doing it with kind of a new group. And these are kids that they're learning their roles at the same time.
Yeah, they are. They're trying. I got sophomore and freshmen stepping up to be leaders. It's hard for leaders to be that young, but they're filling their role well. I've been pleased with the group so far. They're keeping their heads up and they're playing hard.
Has any one or maybe two of them emerged as the ones out there that you can kind of trust to lead this squad, or are they still kind of learning themselves?
They're still kind of learning themselves. My sophomore, Rylan Whiff, has really stepped up to be that leader. Like I said, it's hard to do it as a sophomore, but she's the oldest one out there. but she's accepted the role, and she has done really well with it.
Well, and you know, too, these kids will take their lumps this year. They'll come back better and older next year, and they will all come back because there's no senior for 2 years. So, really, this team takes its lumps now. They could really, down the road be something special.
Yeah, they can be, and they kind of understand that. We've said it a couple different times. Even the girls have said it, that, we're not counting this year as a total loss, but this year is just a learning year. We'll come back next year as everybody is juniors and sophomores and freshmen, and hopefully we can take what we got this year into next year and then even 2 years down the road.
How do you like this coaching thing? Is it like riding a bike, or what do you think?
It takes some getting used to. Sure. That first couple of games was a little shaky. I know against Highmore, that first game of the year, some coaching mistakes happened, and that's from not coaching in 5 years.
Sure.
But once you get into it and you get into practice and you get into some of these games, it kind of starts coming back.
Well, that's the great thing about this unit. Like, you're kind of back, learning your way, and they're back learning their way. Everybody's learning together.
Right. We're all here together, and we've done really well together so far.
Let's talk about McGilvery, the Wolsey Washington Warbirds. They're in a bit of, I don't know if rebuilding. I know coaches hate that word, but they come in 1-5 tonight, and they're still kind of finding their way after graduating some big kids the last couple years.
Yeah, but watching some film with them, they've come very far. They're kind of tall, taller than us, and so that's going to be an advantage to them. But from what I've watched and observed, they're a fairly solid team too. But they're trying to figure stuff out. They're just 2 years older than we are. And so that might play into effect tonight, that 2-year gap. But I do think that it's going to be a good game.
Well, Coach, when's the last time a James Valley team let a little height scare them? Generally, you guys are a little outside.
We've always been a little short.
So one more thing, the 281 is coming up pretty soon. That's got to be kind of neat to be back on the, on the court there at the arena and, coaching in the big places.
Yeah, that's going to be kind of fun being back in that arena. I was there for that Holiday Classic, and all those memories of coaching and even playing on that floor all came back to me, and I loved it.
And every one of these floors you'll visit, you got some memories probably.
All right.
Well, thanks a lot for joining us, Coach. Good to talk to you again here. Good luck in the game, and we'll be talking to you down the road.
All right, sounds good.
Brian Glanzer, their head coach of the James Valley Christian Girls. Let's send it back to the studios. We'll come back, talk to Coach McGilvery, and we'll be ready for our first of two. We got a girl-boy doubleheader. James Valley Christian at Wolsey Washington tonight on KOKK.
Kaufman Livestock of Huron is a proud supporter of the Huron Tigers in all area high school athletics. Marty, Cody, and Logan Kaufman raise registered Simmental bulls. 2 are former Huron Tigers, 1 a former Alpena Wildcat. Best of luck to all area athletes and the Huron Tigers. From Kaufman Livestock of Huron.
Dakota Sports is committed to excellence in sports broadcasting.
Welcome back to Wolsey. Matt Watson live on 1210 KOKK. The Warbirds tonight hosting the James Valley Christian Vikings for a girl-boy doubleheader. We'll have both games here on Dakota Sports. We sat down with Ryan Glanzer. Right now we'll sit down with Josh McGilvery, head coach for the Wolsey Washington Girls. And, Coach, we just saw you a couple of nights ago. We saw you against a very good Miller team, and we've talked about that before off air. But, you hung on with them for a while, but that is a team that I'm thinking is going to go pretty deep this year.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a really good year for Miller. That Kolda, she's been starting varsity since the 8th grade, and they're so deep. They got a 10 rotation where they can apply pressure the whole game, and we were able to handle it that first half pretty well. We kind of got fatigued, and that got the best of us, and started making some bad decisions there, and it kind of got away from us. But that's a very good squad.
You knew the full court pressure was going to come, and I thought on almost half the occasions, you guys handled it pretty well.
We did. It's something that we know. Being a young team, a lot of teams, probably think they have an advantage pressing us and applying a lot of pressure with some inexperience on our squad. So it's something, we have been preparing for since the beginning of the season there, and it's kind of been getting better as the season goes on. So
one thing I've noticed with your team is, and this will come with youth, is they're a little bit tentative. Is that something that you've seen?
Oh yeah, we're hesitating on pretty much everything we're doing, it seems like, and we've been having those talks. If you're open, you gotta shoot the ball, but a lot of that stuff is getting better, and that's the point of the whole season, is to get better till the end there. So things are going in the right direction for us.
Well, and we talked about it on Tuesday too. The record says 1-5, but this is not a 1-5 squad.
No, it's not. I know, like, we lost to Springs there by 2. First game in the season, turned the ball over a ton that game. And then we had a Sully Buttes game there. We lost that by 10, but that was 6-4 points. We were down 18 at one point, and we just got down a little bit too deep to call the way back and get the win there. But I know the record's 1-5, but that's not the way that the approach we're taking with it. We're definitely working our tails off, and just really excited to get out there tonight and showcase what we got.
Seems like if they kind of get over the hump here, maybe you can get things rolling. Let's talk about James Valley Christian tonight. This is a much different team than you saw from the Vikings last year. A super young team, probably somewhat of the approach that a lot of teams will take against you. Use that youth. I got to believe that you'll probably employ some of those tactics tonight against James Valley.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're young, being sophomores, but it looks like they kind of got a bunch of junior high girls out there. But, yeah, we do need to. It really doesn't matter, who we're playing, what the situation is. We still have to come out and worry about what we're doing and come out and execute, come out and apply ball pressure. And so, like I said, it doesn't matter. I know it's a different team, but, we still have to go out, and we got to get done what we need to there. So,
Coach, real good. Thanks for joining us here. Good luck in the game, and I think we'll talk to you again Friday during the 281.
You bet. Looking forward to it.
Josh McGilvery there, head coach of the Woolsey Wessington girls. We'll send it back to the studios here, come back with official starting lineups, and we'll be ready for tip-off in our first of two. Woolsey Wessington hosting James Valley for a girl-boy doubleheader. Girls tip-off next on KOKK.
Action news on the scene. Once again, a craft of some sort has crash-landed. I can see movement coming from the craft. Is it the sun? It is. It's confirmed and emerging now exactly what we thought. It is the sun. Ty Clark has just emerged from the craft. He's the son of Kent Clark. And yes, they're teaming up like Superman and Boy Wonder. Father and son finally together. Kent Clark Insurance Wessington, equal opportunity provider, 458-2281 for your crop insurance needs.
It seems like nothing's built to last these days. Well, here's one that's built to last a long time. Portable creep feeders from Vern's Manufacturing in Wessington. These creep feeders are built with convenience and durability in mind. Feed flow is easily adjustable with an agitation bar to prevent bridging and snug-fitting lids. Portable creep feeders from Vern's Manufacturing are made locally in Wessington, South Dakota. Put a portable creep feeder from Vern's Manufacturing of Wessington into your farming operation.
The Onward Wolsey Business Association supports all activities of the Wolsey Wessington School. The Onward Wolsey Business Association includes 281 Travel Center and Roll and Wheel Restaurant, American Bank and Trust, Schumacher Repair, McGilvery Heating and Cooling LLC, Mid-Dakota, Pullman Well Drilling, First Stop Insurance, and Engerbretsen's Just One More. Best of luck to the Warbirds from the Onward Wolsey Business Association.
Look at all the pictures of the resort you'd stay in every year. All you need to do is pay reasonable maintenance fees once a year. With any contract that you're signing, read and understand everything. What happens if you cancel? Can you get out of this contract? If you feel pushed into signing the contract, you need to stop and take a step back. If you have questions, contact the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Dakota Sports.
Welcome back to Wolsey. And again, thanks to the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. They bring us the reading of the officials. Tonight we have Tim Neihart, Bob DeBoer, and Brent Cones, your law on the court here in Wolsey. Again, our officiating crew, Tim Neihart, Bob DeBoer, and Brent Cones. As always, the reading of the officials brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. Taking a look at the lineup cards, and we'll start with the visiting squad, the James Valley Christian Viking girls. Ryan Glanzer back at the helm for the Viking girls. They come in tonight winless on this young season at 0-3. Off the bench, they'll have Dara Davies, Kelty Olsen, Alexis Dowling, and Ileana Van Cheryl. The starting 5 for James Valley Christian's girls and Ryan Glanzer include number 10, 5'5" freshman Autumn Stahl, 14, 5'7" 8th grader Maria Porter, 21, 5'9" freshman Addison Kleinsasser, 22, 5'9" sophomore Rylan Whiff, and number 23, 5'2" 8th grader Janiyah Waldner. Again, Stahl, Porter, Kleinsasser, Whip, and Waldner here for James Valley Christian tonight. They'll wear the black unis, white numbers, yellow outlines. Their head coach is Ryan Glanzer. His assistant is Susanna Strutz. Over to Josh McGilvery and the Wolsey Wessington girls. They'll have off the bench tonight number 11, Peyton Peterson, number 12, Macy Washachek, number 3, Rhea Tupel, number 2, Hayden Bolt, number 4, Lily Tupel, number 14, Presley Jensen, number 23, Anna Carmona, and number 24, Bridget Rose. For Wolsey Wessington and Josh McGilvery, the starters include number 1, 5'6" sophomore Taylor Eichsted, number 5, 5'11" sophomore Maria Nelson, number 10, 5'6" sophomore Shea Utecht, number 13, 5'7" junior Kendall Utecht, and number 42, 6'1" sophomore Kenley Hooks. Eichsted, Nelson, Utecht, and Hooks for the hometown Warbirds. Wolsey Wessington in the white unis, black numbers, yellow outline, and we are ready for tip-off as James Valley Christian and Wolsey Wessington both on the floor and ready to go. Our first of 2 tips off about 6:37 p.m. here on 1210 KOKK. In the center circle, Shea Utecht opposed by Rylan Whiff. Rylan, the elder statesman on this squad as a sophomore for James Valley Christian. Wolsey Wessington will win the opening tip, and we're underway. Left corner, here's Nelson. Nelson tried to feed Eichsted on the way to the basket. Ball got loose. Kendall Utecht had a hand on it. Taken away from her, though, by Maria Porter, and then a travel is called as Porter just trying to kind of situate herself there with the basketball, but switched from one knee to the other, and that is, in effect, a travel. Inbounds Kendall Utecht into Taylor Eichsted around the horn left wing for Nelson. Nelson trying to hit a cutting Eichsted. Pretty nice defense there by James Valley. Here's Nelson into the lane, fires up a shot, no good. Rebounded by the Vikings, Addison Kleinsasser. Kleinsasser across the timeline for Autumn Stahl. Stahl on the right wing, guarded by Taylor Eichsted. Eichsted out harassing her, and a whistle will blow, and Taylor Eichsted will pick up her first foul as Eichsted got to appreciate the tenacity, but will pick up the first foul for herself and her team. 7:21 to play here in the opening quarter. No score. Inbounds in the backcourt to Autumn Stahl. Stahl on the wing right side. Pass tipped, almost knocked away. Rylan Whiff able to find the handle. Whiff is fouled on the way to the basket, and we'll have inbounding duties here again for the Viking girls. Foul on Wolsey Wessington is on Shea Utecht, so that'll be her first, team second. Vikings inbound in the right corner for Maria Porter. Porter goes post for Kleinsasser. Addison back out to the free throw line for Rylan Whiff. Top of the key, here's Autumn Stahl back on the dribble. 25 on the shot clock. Stahl stopped the dribble. Now Eichsted's got her locked up, and a jump ball will be called. Jump ball's going to stay with James Valley. Set to inbound here for the Vikings, Maria Porter. Porter will set up on the opposite sideline out near midcourt, and almost an over and back there as for the second time in a row, Autumn Stahl kind of has a foot on both sides. Here's Eichsted with a clean steal, and she'll go the other way for Wolsey Wessington. Eichsted back outside for Nelson. Nelson cutting to the basket all the way to the rack. Can't hit. Rebound James Valley. Rylan Whiff the board. Whiff across the timeline. Nelson stole it back. Here's Maria back across midcourt. Drives in, had it knocked away, finds the handle, steps through, puts it up off the glass, no good. And another rebound for Maria Porter. Porter across midcourt for Waldner. Janiyah Waldner at the top of the key, still on the dribble. Out to defend now is Shea Utecht. Warbeards. Right wing for Addie Kleinsasser. Here's Addison on the wing, just inside the three-point line, guarded there by Hooks. Left wing now for Porter. Porter guarded by Kendall Utecht. Porter stopped the dribble. That's close to a 5, and it is a 5-second call, and a turnover here to Wolsey Wessington. 6:01 to play opening quarter. No score between James Valley Christian and the hometown Warbirds. Wolsey Wessington again a chance to strike first as Taylor Eichstead will inbound for the Warbirds. She'll bring it into Kendall Utecht. Utecht top of the key, drives right side. Nice cut on the baseline by Taylor Eichstead, but Eichsted's pass is slapped away by Janiah Waldner. So Waldner to the other end. Cross-court a pass, looking for Kleinsasser, tipped and stolen away by Kendall Utecht. Kendall ahead to Shea. Shea all the way to the basket and went down on the way up, threw up a shot, and it's just going to go out of bounds. They're going to say no foul on the play, and it's just out of bounds on Wolsey Wessington. McGilvery looking to sub in. He'll bring Peyton Peterson in for Shea, and I think Shea Utecht caught one in the mouth there. I don't know if there's any blood, but of course if there is, you got to get him out right away. So she'll look things over there, and I'm sure be back on momentarily. 5.5 to play opening quarter, no score, as Janiah Waldner across the timeline for James Valley Christian. Waldner a bounce pass to Kleinsasser, just right at the top of the key. Right corner now for Dara Davies in for the first time tonight. Davies fouled on her way to the basket. It's going to be a shooting foul, I do believe, and we'll have a chance here for Dara Davies to break into the scoring column as the foul's called on Taylor Eichstead, and that's going to be her second. Third on the team here, 5:24 to play opening quarter, and a chance here for Dara Davies to get the Vikings on the board first. The first free throw, though, is no good. Davies will have one more here, as coming on for JVC, Alexis Dowling. Dowling to replace Addison Kleinsasser. Another free throw here for Dara Davies as she tries to get the Vikings on the board first. Second free throw is no good, and Kenley Hooks will clear the rebound. Hooks over to Kendall Utecht. Kendall across the timeline. Utecht drives, leaves it out to Peterson left wing. Toes on the three-point line. Peterson drives, splits a double team, had it knocked away. Now 3 players on the deck. Peterson came out with it, but her pass again is knocked away by a Viking. And I think we're going to end up with just a jump ball. We will, and that'll go to Wolsey Wessington. Warbirds will check in Washachek and Shea Utecht. Kenley Hooks coming off. Taylor Eichstead checking out for McGilvery and the Warbirds. 5:07 left first quarter. Wolsey Wessington will inbound on their end with a chance to put one on the board. Here's Washachek at the free throw line. Outside, Shea Utecht for 3. No good. Rebound tipped once and taken in the corner by Kendall, so they'll get another look. Kendall Utecht right wing, guarded by Porter. Top of the key for Shea. Shea left side to Peterson. Peterson the drive, low block, back outside for Utecht. Shea up top for Kendall. Kendall the drive, past the defender, can't finish. Rebound tipped all the way out to the top of the key, and Shea Utecht will collect it. Shea over to Kendall, left corner for Peterson. Peterson backing down Davies, got tied up by Rylan Whiff, sneaking in to try to take the ball away, and it ends up being a jump ball, and they will do just that. They'll get it on the jump ball, and Wolsey Wessington denied on their opportunity to score again, and neither team has scored. 4.5 to play in the opening quarter. No score. Speaking of scores, scoreboard updates brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron. Boy, the JV game a tight one. The boys' JV game went to the hometown Warbirds. Wolsey Wessington won it 33-32. There was no James Valley Christian varsity or junior varsity girls team, so no JV girls game tonight in Wolsey. Here's a pass inside, ripped by Shea Utecht. Shea ahead to Kendall. Kendall the layup, it's up and in. Kendall Utecht with her first basket. 2-0, midway point of the opening quarter here in Wolsey. Inbounds for Janiah Waldner. Waldner across midcourt, and now a timeout called by McGilvery. 3:55 to play opening quarter. 2-0 Warbirds. We're back in a minute. 60 seconds on KOKK.
American Family Insurance. This is Crystal Volkwartson, agent at Volkwartson & Associates, Inc. As your American Family Insurance agent in Huron and Miller, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. Call me today at 605-352-4943 and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Stop into Shooter's Saloon in Woolsey today for some good food, good drinks, and great time. Shooter's has new hours. They're open Monday through Friday, 3 to close, with the kitchen open 4 to 10. Shooter's is now open Saturdays, noon to close, with a lunch special and appetizers available noon to 4. Be sure to follow their Facebook page to find the weekly special and any drink specials they may be having. You can still get all their normal menu items like their delicious ribeye dinner, and of course Shooter's famous homemade pizzas 4 to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Make your next stop at Shooter's Saloon in Woolsey.
Dakota Sports.
Welcome back to Woolsey here. Woolsey Wessington, James Valley Christian. Girls basketball action underway here in Woolsey. 2-0 Warbirds. Scoreboard updates brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care downtown Huron. Looks like Howard is taking on Sanborn Central Woonsocket tonight. Northwestern playing Hitchcock-Tulare. So we will have some scores to pass along at some point tonight. Just nothing has been reported thus far. We do have that JV boys game. Here's another steal by Shea Utex. Shea going to take this one herself and missed the layup. Rebound tipped over to Dara Davies and will go the other way to JVC. Davies stops the dribble, tried to leave it off for a whiff. Now a couple of players on the deck, and I think we get another jump ball out of the deal. I think it will be Woolsey Wessington's turn if that's a jump ball. And that is the case, as they will bring it in with 3:31 to play in the first quarter. Davies going to come back for some full court pressure on Shea Utecht. Kendall into Shea, and Shea across the timeline for the Warbirds. Shea going to drive all the way to the basket. Left it off for Washicek, and a foul on the Vikings. Be the first foul of the night on JVC. Wait for the official to come over. Tell us who that one's on. Dara Davies. It'll be Davies first. Kendall Utecht set to inbound for Woolsey Wessington on their end. 3:23 to play opening quarter, 2-0. Woolsey Wessington leads. Inbounds to Washicek. Handoff to Shea Utecht. Oh, Shea might have got away with a travel there. Pass outside to Nelson, I think, unless the ball got knocked out of her hands and back into her hands. Here's Kendall. Nice drive on the baseline by Kendall Utecht, and she's got all 4 of the Warbird points. Woolsey Wessington leads 4-0. 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Inbounds and across the timeline goes Autumn Stahl. Stahl gives it off to Addison Kleinsasser. Kleinsasser lobs it for Waldner at the top of the key. Janaya across a defender. Oh, and then had Kleinsasser on the pick and roll and just threw it over her head and out of bounds. An unforced error there on James Valley. And, of course, talking to Glanzer in the pregame show, those are the kind of mistakes that you're going to see just on youth. I mean, these kids are incredibly young to be playing varsity basketball, and there's a learning curve there. Here is Washicek. Oh, no, is that going to count? Unfortunately, it doesn't, because Washicek puts up a shot falling down. It sits on the top of the backboard and then fell in, but they're not going to count it. The foul going to be called here on James Valley. They haven't reported on the big one yet. Alexis Dowling, they say, whistled for her first, the second on the team. Macy Washicek to the free throw line. Washicek's first is up and it rattles in. So Washicek with her first point, 5-0 Warbirds, and a chance at one more as Macy steps up for a second, and that one is good. So Washicek good on both. 6-0 Woolsey Wessington. 2:40 to play opening quarter. The inbounds for Autumn Stahl. Stahl across midcourt for JVC. Right wing, stops the dribble, bounces it off to Davies. Davies driving baseline, past 2 defenders, can't finish it off. Rebound by Nelson. Nelson over to Shea Utecht. Shea gets the call from Coach McGilvery. Across midcourt, sets up top of the key. Bounces it off for Nelson. Nelson just left to the top, trying to hit a cutting Shea, and then she had Tupel also cutting to the basket there. Wasn't able to connect with either. Kendall inside for Nelson. Nelson behind the defense, got pushed, couldn't hit the basket, but did end up getting the foul, and then the James Valley Christian player with the ball went to throw it to the official and didn't realize, I don't think, how close he was, and just about smacked him with it. In fact, the other officials went over and had just a real quick conversation like, you almost took his head off there. Nelson no good on the first free throw. The Wolsey Wessington Warbirds 3 out of 4 from the line. They lead 6-0 here. Maria Nelson back to the line trying to make it 7. Second free throw is up. Off the heel and no good, but an offensive board by Kendall Utecht. Up top for Tupel. Rhea Tupel in the game for the first time tonight. Here's Nelson, a long 2 from the corner, no good. Rebound James Valley, and then Wasicek apparently pushed her. That's what the officials say. Wasicek kind of felt like she was just had some leveraging some weight and just moved away, and the girl fell, but they will call Macy for her first. That'll be 3 on the team. And with 1:59 to play in the first quarter, still 6-0 Wolsey Wessington. James Valley will inbound. Autumn Stahl across midcourt for the Vikings. Stahl guarded by Kendall Utecht, and Kendall takes it away. Let's go to the other end. How about a basket and one? As catching up was Autumn Stahl, and she will commit her first foul. Kendall Utecht, a nice start. She's got 6 of the 8 points. Chance to make it 7. As she'll have the old-fashioned three-pointer. That's the 4th on the Vikings, so both teams now effectively in the bonus. Here's a free throw for Kendall Utecht. That is good, and it's Kendall's night as she puts up 7 in the game's first 5 minutes. Across midcourt, here's Janiah Waldner. Waldner working off the Kleinsasser screen. Waldner going to go all the way to the basket, or was. Taylor Eichstead, nope. Peterson the steal. Peyton has it knocked away from behind by James Valley, and it's knocked out of bounds. It's off Rylan Whiff. So Wolsey Wessington will inbound on their end. 1:35 to play opening quarter, leading 9-0. Kendall Utecht ready to inbound for Wolsey Wessington. Kendall into Shea in the corner. Shea drives baseline. Pass one defender. Davies caught up and got her from behind. Was it Davies or maybe Janiah Waldner? We'll wait for the official. Both were kind of there, and they're going to call it on Waldner. As again, she's kind of caught up late and ends up committing the foul, and that will be bonus time here. Shea Utecht steps to the free throw line. First free throw is good, and that's the first point of the night for Utecht. We saw Shea in that season opener go for, I think it was 26. Had a little more of a subdued night on Tuesday against a much better Miller squad. Shea Utecht knocks down both on this trip. 11-0 Wolsey Wessington. Shea with 2. Sister Kendall with 7. 11-0 Warbirds. James Valley Christian trying to get one on the board here in the opening quarter. Pass on the baseline. Whiff trying to save it in and does. A nice play there to save it into Davies. Right wing Stahl pops a 3. Halfway down the cannon, rims out. Offensive rebound, though, grabbed by Rylan Whiff and now knocked out of bounds. And they're going to say it's off Wolsey Wessington. So James Valley Christian will inbound. 1:08 left opening quarter. 11-0 Wolsey Wessington. The bounce pass into Dara Davies. Top of the key here for Whiff. Whiff looks at a 2, doesn't want it. Right side, a pass. Inside now to Kleinsasser. Kleinsasser back to Davies, left side on the baseline. Back out to Stahl. Another 3 off the mark. Kenley hooks the board. Hooks to Shea Utecht. Shea way behind the defense is Peyton Peterson. Can't finish it off, but it's because she got fouled. And I think that'll be Autumn Stahl's second. And with 50 seconds to play here in the first quarter, we'll go back to the free throw line. This time, Peyton Peterson. 11-0 Wolsey Wessington leads. 50 seconds left in the first. Free throw here for Peyton Peterson falls in. So Wolsey Wessington tonight is 6 of 8 from the free throw line. Vast improvement from the other night. Another free throw for Peterson is airborne. That one front iron and no good. Rebound grabbed by Whiff. Wolsey Wessington a 12-0 lead. 45 seconds to play opening quarter. James Valley Christian across midcourt. It's Waldner in the corner. Had it knocked away but finds the handle. Rhea Tupel out. Heavy defense. That's going to be an over and back as Tupel goes out and defends her at the timeline, and Whiff just kind of not knowing exactly where she was there. steps back over midcourt. So an over and back will give it back to the Warbirds with 34 seconds to play in the first quarter. No shot clock because there's only 34 seconds left in the first. And Wolsey Wessington leads 12-0. 7 early points for Kendall Utech. And here's a travel on Tupel and a turnover back to James Valley. And again, Tupel still kind of learning some of those things. And one of those is that shot fake, and then you go to the break to the basket, but you got to get that ball on the floor quickly. Can't take that step beforehand, and that's just something. That timing will come. Addison Kleinsasser, top of the key. Right wing to Waldner. Waldner back to Stahl. Stahl backs away, fires a three off the window, no good. Rebound tipped around. Kenley Hooks comes away with it. 10 seconds to play in the first. Long pass ahead to Peterson. Peterson going to get herself a layup. Peyton Peterson, 3 points in the opening quarter. That'll do it for one. Well, almost, as they let the clock run on the out of bounds. But either way, it's 14-0 Wolsey Wessington after one. Back to Wolsey in 1 minute, 60 seconds on KOKK.
With nearly 130 stores in 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for Lazy Boy furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service,
So
turn
there
to
was a
Slumberland
Riley
Furniture
team,
of
right?
Huron.
Okay. I called Peyton Riley for about the first quarter of
6B
the other
Seed
night.
and Supply of Alpena is your Legend Seeds dealer, wishes good luck to all area teams. As a Legend Seeds dealer, 6B has access to all the leading traits, genetics, and innovative biologicals in the industry. You can guarantee they have your best interest in mind. Call 6B Seed 605-354-2699 and put their name and Legend Seeds products to work on your farm.
You've got Dakota Sports.
Welcome back to Wolsey. Wolsey Wessington Warbirds leading James Valley Christian in our first of two matchups tonight. Our girls game 14-0 Wolsey Wessington after one quarter here at the Wolsey Gym. Take a look, see if we can get any other scores here. We got Sanborn Central Woonsocket leading Howard 17-12 with 3 minutes to play in the second quarter. Northwestern and Hitchcock-Tulare have not reported. Oh, it looks like they're the late game in a doubleheader tonight at Northwestern. So pass those scores along as they become available. And, of course, later on we'll have some boys' scores as the doubleheaders start to advance. And James Valley Christian with the possession arrow, but they will turn it over to start the quarter. Across the timeline, it's Eichstead. Bounces it out to Kendall Utech on the left wing. Kendall drives to the free throw line. Inside to Nelson. Nelson lost it. Washicek picks it up. Leaves it outside for Eichstead. Taylor the drive on the baseline. She's fouled, and we'll go back to the free throw line, and we'll see who they call the foul on, as there was 3 Vikings there. And it will go on Rylan Whiff, and that will be her first. Rylan, the senior statesman on this James Valley team, and that's not to say that she is a senior because she's a sophomore, but the oldest kid that James Valley will be able to put on the floor here this season, and as Coach Glanzer told us, has kind of emerged here as kind of a team leader. A couple of misses here for Eichstead from the free throw line. The Warbirds are 6 of 11 from the stripe. Eichstead yet to score. 14-0 Warbirds, also yet to score. James Valley Christian inside for Whiff. Whiff is double teamed, ripped by Shea Utech. Will go the other way, and then Shea is fouled. So that'll be the second on Rylan Whiff. Oh, no. I guess it'll be the second on Autumn Stahl. 7:11 remaining in the first half. Oh, it was on Utech. Okay. So it's her second. And James Valley Christian will have the ball. I guess I didn't see what exactly prompted the offensive foul. Here in the right corner is Eliana Van Scherel. And here's another steal. Shea Utech to the other end. Shea falling down, leaves it for Nelson. Nelson steps through and puts it up and in. Maria Nelson with her first basket, and we'll get a timeout for Wolsey Wessington. 16-0 Warbirds, 6:44 to play first half. We'll come back in 30, a 30-second break on KOKK.
At Olympic Chevrolet in Huron, count on an experienced staff. Count on a knowledgeable staff. At Olympic Chevrolet, count on a helpful and friendly staff. So whether you're in the market for a brand new vehicle or a used, dependable vehicle, count on the staff at Olympic Chevrolet to help you get the vehicle that best fits your needs. Olympic Chevrolet, call them at 605-352-6411. See them at 500 4th Street Northeast in Huron, or go online at olympicgmc.com. Drive off the lot today with the vehicle that you've been dreaming about from Olympic Chevrolet.
Dakota Sports is committed to excellence in sports broadcasting.
Welcome back to Wolsey School here, Wolsey Wessington School in Wolsey. 6:44 left in the first half of our girls matchup. Scoreboard updates brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron. Earlier tonight, JV boys game went to the hometown Warbirds 33-32. Varsity score thus far, 16-0 Wolsey Wessington. Here is Van Scherel out near the timeline. Cross-court a pass. That one takes a bounce in front of Maria Porter. Porter able to haul it in. Here's Porter, right wing, launches a long two. No good, but got her own rebound. Porter in the paint, leaves it down for Kleinsasser. That one is blocked, nope, fouled. And I think that's Washicek, and that's going to be her second. Wait and see what the official, oh no, the official says Maria Nelson. So Nelson's first will be the team's second here of the second quarter. 6:17 to play in the first half. 16-0 as James Valley, another missed opportunity here. Kleinsasser no good on the first free throw. As Vikings still trying to get one on the board here in Wolsey as Coach Glanzer making some changes. Dara Davies back on. It'll be Davies and whiff. The free throw shooter is Kleinsasser. Hey, there we go. The second free throw is good. And the Vikings are on the board. 16-1 Wolsey Wessington. 6:10 to play here in the second. Shea Utek leaves it in the left corner for Maria Nelson. Nelson along two. That one's true. Nelson's got 4 points here in the second. All 4 of the Warbird points. And it looks like Janea Waldner must have stepped on somebody's foot or came down funny on the ankle as she will limp to the sideline, and they will take a look at her. The officials will stop action momentarily. They'll bring Autumn Stahl back on, will the Vikings, and be her, Ilyana Van Scherel, bringing the ball up the court. Addison Kleinsasser, Dara Davies, and Rylan Whiff out there for James Valley Christian. On the other side, here's Taylor Eichstead defending the ball, and they'll get the Vikings to throw it out of bounds. So Eichstead, Washicek, Nelson, and the Uteks on with 5:55 to play in the first half. It's 18-1 Wolsey Wessington. Shea Utek top of the key, handoff for Taylor Eichstead. Eichstead gives to Nelson. Nelson gives back, but the ball knocked out of bounds by Van Scherel. And the Warbirds will inbound under their basket with 27 on the shot clock. Lob in here for Kendall Utek. They give it to Shea, top of the key. She fires a long two, halfway down the cannon, rimmed out. Rebound Kendall, missed the putback. Rebound Kleinsasser. Kleinsasser over to Stahl. Stahl across midcourt, had the ball knocked away and out of bounds by Taylor Eichstead. So the Vikings will inbound in front of the Warbird faithful. 5:32 to play in the half. 18-1 Wolsey Wessington. Kenley Hooks back on for Washicek. Peyton Peterson is back on. She'll take Kendall Utek's spot. So it'll be Nelson, Hooks, Shea Utek, Peterson, and Eichstead. Inbounds in the backcourt to Davies. Dara Davies, top of the key. Right wing now for Whiff. Whiff almost had it knocked away. Finds the handle, leaves it out for Autumn Stahl. Stahl in the right corner, bounces it to Davies. Davies back to Stahl. Stahl on the dribble to the top of the key, or just right of it. Here's Kleinsasser. Cross court, hits a cutting whiff. Nice drive whiff all the way to the rack. Rylan Whiff with the first field goal for JVC. Wolsey Wessington's lead 18-3 with 5 minutes to play in the first half. Peyton Peterson, handoff, Maria Nelson. Nelson on the left wing on the dribble. Nice crossover, past two defenders, all the way to the basket. Missed the shot. Rebound, Rylan Whiff. Oh, and her pass ripped, stolen by Nelson. Nelson hands off for Eichstead, waiting for everybody to get back, as Nelson was the last one back and ended up with the steal. Here's Shea Utecht for three. Got it. Shea's first field goal of the game, now with 5 points, and it's 21-3 Wolsey Wessington. 4:20 left here in the first half. Stahl across midcourt, finds Kleinsasser right side of the free throw line. Now Whiff in the corner. Whiff to Davies on the wing. Back up top for Van Scherel. Left side, ball knocked away, nearly stolen. Shea Utecht did steal it. Handed it off to Taylor Eichstead. Eichstead going all the way to the low block, kicks it back out, finds Hooks at the top of the key. She gives it to Shea for another three. No good. Rebound Kleinsasser. So it'll stay 21-3 Warbirds for the time being. Midway point of the second quarter. 4 minutes to play in the half. Here's another near steal. This one off Eichstead and out of bounds. Wolsey Wessington starting to kind of ratchet up the defensive intensity a little bit here as the second quarter rolls on. 3:47 left in the first half. 21-3. Vikings drive and nice block by Nelson. Nelson over to Eichstead. Eichstead long pass for Peterson and the layup rattles in. Peyton Peterson with 5. Nice pass by the Wolsey Wessington Warbirds, and they're rolling. A 20-point lead here at home, 23-3. 3:25 left in the half. Dara Davies all the way to the basket. Couldn't finish it off. Long rebound, though. Autumn Stahl in the corner, and the Vikings will get another look. Here's a pass over to Davies. Davies past Peterson. Bounces it off in the corner for Rylan Whiff. Whiff looking around. Got to give it back to Davies. Top of the key. Davies, the drive, leaves it back out to Whiff. Whiff on the dribble to the top. Pass inside. Ripped by Shea Utecht. Shea the other way. 2-on-1 with Nelson. Finds Maria on the way to the basket. Can't finish it off, but it was because she carried Dara Davies up a little bit. And that will be the foul on Davies, her second. So free throws for Shea Utecht inside of 3 minutes to play here in the first half. 23-3. Utecht 5 points on the night. Knocked down a 3. Is 2 for 2 from the line. And will make that 3 for 3 as she hits the first here. Changes all around. Wolsey Wessington, Shea Utecht, Macy Washicek, Kenley Hooks, Kendall Utecht, and Peyton Peterson. Second free throw is good for Shea Utecht. She's got 7. On the other side, Dara Davies, Maria Porter, Addison Kleinsasser. 20 is Alexis Dowling, and 23 is Janiah Waldner. Here's a drive to the basket by Davies and a whistle on Wolsey Wessington, and I think Davies is going to go to the free throw line. The foul's on Peyton Peterson. That's going to be her second. Or no, maybe her first. Oh, well, they called it on Washicek. And they got that down as her second. 2:43 to play in the second as Dara Davies goes back to the line. Free throw here is no good. Davies 0 for 3. The team is 1 of 5. Davies with one more. Second is airborne. Off the heel and no good. Long rebound in the corner is tipped out by the Vikings as Addison Kleinsasser kind of got trapped in the corner there and had Macy and Kendall and Shea Utecht all right there. The inbounds to Shea. Shea across the timeline. Back out to Kendall, left wing. Handoff for Peterson. Peterson around the horn. And now on the dribble to the top of the key. Left side back to Kendall. Washicek sets the screen. Kendall the drive, the runner, up and no good. Hooks had a hand on the rebound, had it taken away by Davies. Davies to Kleinsasser. Shea another steal as they tried to get it ahead to Whiff. And now a whistle. And I think it's just out of bounds. And then it will be Warbird ball. Kendall Utecht will inbound for Wolsey Wessington. Kendall, top of the key for Shea. Shea a couple feet back at the three-point line. Lob inside, Washicek. Dara Davies knocked it away, and she'll come away with the steal. Davies Ahead to Janiah Waldner. Waldner across midcourt with 2 minutes to play in the half. Waldner the long two off the mark. Right side, Addison Kleinsasser there for the offensive board. Dara Davies will try a 12-footer. No good. Rebound, Wasicek. Shea Utecht way down to Peterson, but Davies there to steal it away. Oh, and then Davies' pass stolen by Peterson. Peterson into Kenley. Kenley's driving it to the basket. Can't get the finish, but does get the foul. And Kenley Hooks will go to the free throw line. Hooks looking for her first points of the night with 1:44 to play here in the first half, and her team comfortably on top, 25-3. Kenley Hooks here with 2 free throws. First is up and good. Hooks in the scorebook for the first time tonight. 4 of the 5 Wolsey Wessington starters have scored. 6 players overall have chipped in for the Warbirds, and they lead 26-3, make it 27-3. As Hooks is good on the second free throw. Across midcourt, Janiah Waldner. Waldner, left side to number 20, Alexis Dowling. Here's a ball knocked away, another steal by Shea Utecht, and then Shea double dribbled. Put both hands on the ball, was gonna, I think, give it to Hooks, and then just went back to the dribble, and just one of those mental errors, unforced errors, and they will give it back to the Vikings with 70 or 89 seconds to play in the first half. 27-3, the Vikings trailing here as they bring it into Kleinsasser. Right side, Porter bounces it into Davies. Davies throws one up, no good. Rebound Hooks, and she's fouled as Addison Kleinsasser was up and over the back. Minute 22 to play first half. I guess they got Kleinsasser down as her second, and that'll be 4 on the Vikings as a team as well. So Wolsey Wessington might see some bonus free throws here. Left corner, Kendall Utecht. Kendall on the drive to the free throw line, left it out for Peterson. Peterson had to go through her hands, but chased it down before the timeline, and now McGilvery going to take a full timeout. With 1:01 to play in the half, it's 27-3 Wolsey Wessington. Now he'll take a 30, so call it 30 seconds on KOKK. Let's go 30 seconds here on KOKK. Or we'll hold on to it right here with 1:01 to play here in the first half, as we'll try to maybe update the Mirror Family Hair Care scoreboard. 27-3 Warbirds leading the girls matchup here with a minute to play in the half. 17-12 Sanborn Central leading Howard with 3 minutes to play in the second. And Northwestern and Hitchcock-Tulare, they must be the late game of a doubleheader at Northwestern tonight. Boys score. Let's see if there are any scores. And we'll get you a scorecard here at halftime as well. As Wolsey Wessington beating up on James Valley Christian here in the girls matchup. Kendall leaves it for Ken Lee, and Hooks again comes up no good, but we'll go to the free throw line and we'll see who it's on. There were two Vikings there, and they're going to call it on Rylan Whiff, and I think that'll be Whiff's third, and it will.
Get your 50-50 tickets out. The winning number is 045403. 045403. You are the winner, can claim your prize. I'll read the number one more time, 045403.
Tigers from
There
Kaufman
we go.
Livestock of Huron. Onward Woolsey Business Association supports all activities of Woolsey Wessington School. Onward Woolsey.
Oh, come on.
Outfitters, Buzzin' Coffee, H&S Heating and Cooling,
All right.
Dakota Environmental Engineering. Best of luck, Warbirds, from the Onward Woolsey Business Association.
Dakota Sports.
And welcome back. Here's some technical difficulties. We return here to Woolsey at halftime of our girls matchup. And you didn't really miss much. It has been a whole lot of Warbird tonight as Woolsey Wessington leads at the break 31-3 for Ryan Glanzer and the James Valley Christian Viking girls. 2 points for Rylan Whiff, 1 for Addison Kleinsasser. Addison is 1 of 2 from the line. As a team, the Vikings are 1 of 6 from the line. They did not score in the first. They put up 3 in the second, 3 in the half, 1 of 6 from the free throw line, led by Rylan Whiff with 2 points. Over to Woolsey Wessington. McGilvery squad put up 14 in the first, 17 in the second. They have 6 players in the scoring column. The bench scoring, 7 points, 2 for Macy Washachek. She's 2 of 2 from the line. And 5 for Peyton Peterson. Peterson is 1 of 2 from the free throw line here tonight. 4 of the 5 starters have scored as well for McGilvery's Warbirds. Taylor Eichstead missed a couple of free throws here late in the second, and her chance in the scorebook here in the first half. Maria Nelson put up 4 points all in the second quarter. She's got 4. She's 0 of 2 from the line. 6 tonight for Kenley Hooks. All 6 of Hooks' points came in the second quarter. She ended up 4 of 4 from the line. And 7 apiece for the UTEX. Shea with 7, Kendall with 7. Kendall put up all 7 of hers in the game's first 6 minutes. She has 7 points on 1 of 1 from the line. Shea put up a couple of free throws in the first quarter, a couple free throws in the second quarter, and knocked down a three. Shea is perfect from the line at 4 out of 4, and 7 points to tie for the game high as Kendall also with 7. Again, McGilvery and the Warbirds scored 14 in the first, 17 in the second, 31 in the half. They are 12 of 17 from the line, led by Shea and Kendall Utecht with 7 apiece. 2-minute timeout, back to the studios. When we come back, we'll take a look at the scoreboard, and we'll be that much closer to the second half of a girls basketball game here in Wolsey. At the half, Warbirds 31, Vikings 3. We're back in 2 minutes on KOKK.
American Family Insurance.
This is Crystal Volkwartson, agent at Volkwartson & Associates, Inc. As your American Family Insurance agent in Huron and Miller, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. Call me today at 605-352-4943, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Stop into Shooter's Saloon in Wolsey today for some good food, good drinks, and great time. Shooter's has new hours. They're open Monday through Friday, 3 to close, with the kitchen open 4 to 10. Shooter's is now open Saturdays, noon to close, with a lunch special and appetizers available noon to 4. Be sure to follow their Facebook page to find the weekly special and any drink specials they may be having. You can still get all their normal menu items like their delicious ribeye dinner and, of course, Shooter's famous homemade pizzas 4 to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Make your next stop at Shooter's Saloon in Wolsey.
Action news on the scene. Once again, a craft of some sort has crash landed. I can see movement coming from the craft. Is it the sun? It is. It's confirmed and emerging now exactly what we thought. It is the sun. Ty Clark has just emerged from the craft. He's the son of Kent Clark. And yes, they're teaming up like Superman and Boy Wonder. Father and son finally together. Kent Clark Insurance, Wessington. Equal opportunity provider. 458-2281 for your crop insurance needs.
It seems like nothing's built to last these days. Well, here's one that's built to last a long time. Portable creep feeders from Verns Manufacturing in Wessington. These creep feeders are built with convenience and durability in mind. Feed flow is easily adjustable with an agitation bar to prevent bridging and snug-fitting lids. Portable creep feeders from Verns Manufacturing are made locally in Wessington, South Dakota. Put a portable creep feeder from Verns Manufacturing of Wessington into your farming operation.
Dakota Sports.
Welcome back to Wolsey. Halftime here. The girls for Wolsey Wessington leading James Valley Christian by the score here at the break of 31-3. Taking a look at the scoreboard here. Scoreboard updates are brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron. Lori and Kylie at the Mirror offering cuts, colors, waxes, shampoos, hair treatment, sugaring, eyelash extensions, waxing, plethora of services for the entire family at the Mirror Family Hair Care. They're at 35 4th Street Southeast, downtown Huron. They do accept walk-ins. For an appointment at the Mirror, you can get a hold of Lori by calling 605-883-HAIR. You can call or text Kylie at 605-553-1628. Lori and Kylie at the Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron. Scores here, Wolsey Wessington leading James Valley Christian 31-3. Earlier tonight in a JV game, Wolsey Wessington wins by the thinnest of margins, 33-32. In girls basketball, Sanborn Central Woonsocket leads Howard with 3 minutes to play in the second, 17-12. And I don't have a score report yet from Northwestern and Hitchcock-Tulare. Dubrook area leading Iroquois Lake Preston 18-8 with a minute to play in the first half. And Wessington Springs girls leading Sunshine Bible 52-19 with still 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. That's going to be it for your girls' scores. We'll see if possibly Miller is in action tonight. Looks like Arlington and DeSmet will go at it later. And Miller is in action tonight, and they're trailing Mobridge Pollock at home 22-8 at the half. So Mobridge Pollock 22, Miller 8. Of course, that's a Miller girls team that we just saw here the other night go to 5-0 with a win, and a 6-1 Mobridge Pollock team heading into Miller there, and has held them largely in check. 22-8 at the half. Mobridge Pollock leading Miller's girls. Of course, boys scores, nothing to pass along quite yet, as the boys generally the second half of those double headers. So we'll pass along boys' scores as they become available. That's your girls' scorebook so far here. And scoreboard updates are brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron. Getting ready here for a second half. Final seconds run off as we get ready for a second half of play. Remember, a Gary Zell Auto Glass post-game report will come your way after this one. And then we'll have a boys game as well tonight. So another post-game, another pre-game, and a boys basketball game coming up here tonight as well. Fresh 8 is on the board. Wolsey Wessington 31-3. I think the Warbirds have the possession arrow, and they will. So a chance right away for Wolsey to push this to running clock as they try to facilitate what is, at least at halftime, looking like their second win of the year. Nelson, top of the key, right wing hooks. Kenley looking down in the corner, holds on to it though. Almost lost it, now has to give it away. Cross court's pass is tipped, and Janiah Waldner the steal. Waldner the other way, and she will lay it up and in. So Waldner starts the second half with a basket, and it's 31-5. Here's Utrecht across midcourt. Shea to Nelson left wing, down to Kendall in the corner. Kendall Utrecht inside for Eichstead. Taylor, nice backdoor pass to Kenley Hooks, who standing undefended, and she now has the team lead with 8 points. 33-5, Warbirds lead, 7:15 to play third quarter. Here's Waldner across midcourt, finds Whiff on the right wing. Cross court for Autumn Stahl. Stahl going to look at a three, front iron, no good. Long rebound though, out to Porter, and they'll get another look. Here's Whiff on the right wing, double teamed. Pass ripped by Shea Utrecht. Pass ahead to Kendall. Kendall going all the way to the basket. Nope, she tried to dump it off to Peterson and has it knocked out of bounds by the Vikings. So the Warbirds with 30 on the shot clock will inbound on their end. Up 33-5, 6:52 to play, third quarter. Kendall, ready on the inbounds, brings it into Shea, right wing, looks at three, doesn't want it, now drives all the way to the basket, scoops it up and in. Shea Utrecht with 9, and that'll trigger a running clock here in Wolsey. 35-5, the Wolsey Wessington girls in the lead. Right side, here's a travel and a turnover back to Wolsey Wessington. I thought for just a split, oh, it was a foul. I was going to say, I thought for a second maybe it was a foul, and it was. It was an offensive foul on Addison Kleinsasser. Right corner, here's Eichstead up top for Kendall Utrecht. Again, running clock here for the rest of this girls matchup. Remember, a Gary Zell Auto Glass post-game report will come your way after this one, and we got a boys matchup later on as well. Foul, I think, is on Addison Kleinsasser, and that's going to be her fourth. So now Glands are going to probably have to think about making a change here, as she will have 4, 3 on Rylan Whiff. I think that's it for real foul trouble. Here's Hooks' first free throw off the heel and no good. As a team, the Warbirds are 12 of 18 from the line. Hooks is 4 out of 5. She's got 8 points. And it looks like Kleinsasser will stay on at least for the time being. Oh, no, they will get her out of there. Here's a second free throw off front iron, but Hooks got her own rebound. Back outside for Kendall Utrecht. Kendall right back into Hooks. Hooks right back out to Kendall. Shea top of the key. Peterson left wing. Nope, make it Eichstead. Eichstead the handoff to a cutting Kendall Utrecht. Stolen away. Here's Waldner the other way, and Janiah Waldner will lay it in. A couple of quick baskets here to start the third for Waldner. She's got her first 4 points, and pass inside for Hooks. Hooks stuck underneath, looking to dump it out, and does to Kendall Utrecht. Shea right back to Kendall. Nelson left corner. Nelson the drive, leaves it again for Hooks. Kenley Hooks in deep. Can't get the shot to go, and the foul they're going to say is out of bounds off the Warbirds, or the rebound, I should say. No foul. Eichstead will come in for Kendall Utrecht, so it'll be actually, Peyton Peterson. Peterson and Washachek will come in. They'll join Eichstead, Shea Utecht, and Maria Nelson. Dara Davies on for JVC. She'll bring it into Janiah Waldner. Joined out there by Van Scherel and Whiff. And number 20 is Alexis Dowling. And here's a travel as Eliana Van Scherel kind of got caught in between steps there and just kind of mistimed her pass, took the extra step and turns it over back to the Warbirds. 4:20 to play here in the third quarter, 35-7. Wolsey Wessington on top. And here's a travel, I think, to give it right back, or what happened? Dara Davies went down, and so they stopped it. Oh, they did call a foul. So moving screen on Peterson. Peyton Peterson's first. Midway point of the third here, clock winding in Wolsey as the girls up big. 28 the difference right now, but it has been 30, so that clock is running. Here is Waldner into the lane, and she goes down, gets tied up, and a jump ball will stay with James Valley Christian. Three and a half minutes left, third quarter. Inbounds, Dara Davies on the baseline. Flicks it out to Waldner. Up top for Dowling. Dowling at the free throw line. Back out to Davies. Davies left wing. Nice give and go for Whiff. Whiff leaves it in the corner. Here's a long two on the way and no good for Dowling. Rebounded by Wolsey Wessington. It's Shea Utecht. Utecht the other way. Left corner for Peterson. Peyton pass one defender. Dumps it down to the corner for Eichstead. Eichstead for a long two is no good. Rebound grabbed by James Valley, and she's immediately tied up. That's Van Scherel. Got tied up by Nelson, and the jump ball will stay with Wolsey Wessington. Nelson will inbound for the Warbirds, trying to again make the difference an even 30 points. Here's Shea Utecht on the left wing. Shea for Peterson, left side of the free throw line. Nelson in the right corner to Eichstead. Eichstead dribbles out, ball tipped, stolen. Waldner again steals it, goes the other way. This time can't finish. Rebound Eichstead, and a foul called on the, a travel called on Eichstead. As Van Scherel hung back for some defense, and apparently that was enough to make Eichstead take the walk. So the James Valley Christian Vikings will inbound on their end with now 2 minutes to play in the third. Still 35-7, Wolsey Wessington. Van Scherel, right side, lob in, looking for Dowling. Ball knocked away, couple players on the deck. It's Whiff. Whiff comes out with it. She tried to pass it over to Davies, and now it's going to be three players on the deck, and a jump ball is called. And this one should stay with James Valley. We just had one go to Wolsey Wessington. So it'll be Janiah Waldner again to inbound underneath the Viking basket. Waldner into Van Scherel, left wing three ball, no good. Nelson the rebound. Nelson had it knocked out of her hands, but it's picked up by Taylor Eichstead. Eichstead left corner for Nelson on the wing. Thought about a three, didn't want it. Crosses over, drives past one, throws up a left-hand shot, no good, got her own rebound. Let's try it again. This time it's up and in. Nelson a half dozen for the Warbirds, lead back to 30, 37-7. Minute 10 left, third quarter, winding clock here in Wolsey. Right side, Dara Davies. Davies trying to give and go, but Eichstead doing a good job of keeping up with Whiff, and now a whistle and a turnover back to the Warbirds. JVC going to bring Maria Porter back on. It'll be Porter, Van Scherel, Dowling, Waldner, and defending the inbounds, Dara Davies. Wolsey Wessington has Washachek, Nelson, Kendall, and Shea both on, and inbounding here is Peterson. The inbounds to Shea. Shea the drive deep in the lane, flings it out to Kendall, right wing. Kendall top of the key, stops the dribble, got to give it off, and here's Davies with the steal. Oh, and then Peterson got away with a foul. Davies flings it over to Van Scherel. She gets tied up in the lane by Nelson, and the jump ball will go to the Vikings. Clock winding here. We'll see if they even get it back in time. 37-7 is your score right now. Inbounds here for Porter, and it is Viking ball, and nobody really realized that. So the Wolsey Washington Warbirds weren't really set up, but Vikings aren't going to get a basket out of it either way. 37-7, the Warbirds lead after 3. We're back with the fourth quarter in a minute. 1 minute on KOKK. The Onward Wolsey Business Association supports all activities of the Wolsey Wessington School. The Onward Wolsey Business Association includes 281 Travel Center and Roll and Wheel Restaurant, American Bank and Trust, Schumacher Repair, McGilvery Heating and Cooling LLC, Mid-Dakota, Pullman Well Drilling, First Stop Insurance, and Engelbrettson's Just One More. Best of luck to the Warbirds from the Onward Wolsey Business Association.
American Family Insurance.
This is Crystal Volkwartson, agent at Volkwartson & Associates, Inc. As your American Family Insurance agent in Huron and Miller, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. Call me today at 605-352-4943, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Dakota Sports.
And welcome back to Wolsey. Fourth quarter just about ready to start. 8 minutes on the board and 37-7. Wolsey Wessington on top. Remember, we got a Gary Zell Auto Glass post-game report coming up. We'll have a boys game coming up. Fourth quarter ready to get underway. Running clock here as Wolsey Wessington early on in the third there made it a 30-point difference. And then once that happens, I think they got to get it back. I think it's got to be back within 10 to stop that. Here's Shea, the drive, and she is fouled, and that'll go on Waldner, and that's Janiah Waldner's second, and will mean inbounding duties here for Wolsey Wessington, or maybe not. Yep, that is the case. They started to kind of run the other way, like, wait a minute, no way did they call that the other way. Inbounds for Wasicek. Wasicek right side, Nelson up top for Shea Utek. Shea back to Nelson, Marie up top for Kendall. Kendall to Shea, right corner, 3 ball, got it. Shea Utek with her second 3. She's got a dozen to lead all scorers, only player in double digits here tonight. 40-7, the Warbirds lead. Here's Janiah Waldner, past 2 defenders, can't quite finish it off. Rebound Kendall Utek, and we'll go the other way with Wolsey Wessington. Kendall across the timeline for Peterson. Peterson finds Wasicek. Off her hands, Nelson saves it in. Nice play, Maria Nelson. Nelson left corner. Wasicek had to go off her hands. Thought it was a foregone conclusion, but Nelson there to clean it up, and she gets rewarded with the basket. So she's got 8 in the game here tonight, and the lead is up to 42-7. Addison Kleinsasser in the lane, jumper up and in. Addison has her first basket. She's got a field goal or a free throw as well, so 3 on the night as Janiah Waldner just kind of reached out and gave Shea Utek a shot. So Waldner will pick up her third, and that'll be the second on James Valley. Dara Davies is coming out of the game as Kelty Olsen gets in for the first time tonight. Lob in for Kenley Hooks. Hooks high post, leaves it off for Shea Utek. Shea drives past 3 defenders, but had the ball knocked away, and it's stolen. Pass ahead to Addison Kleinsasser. Kleinsasser has it ripped back by Kendall Utek, and the Warbirds will get it again. Here is Kendall across the timeline. Guarded top of the key by Autumn Stahl. Kendall left wing for Nelson. Nelson off the Wasicek screen. Nelson steps through, throws up the left hand. No good, and Hooks for a foul on the rebound. So Kenley will pick up her first, and the Warbirds will pick up their first here in the fourth quarter. 5:20 running clock left here in Wolsey. 42-9 the Warbird girls lead. Clock winding here as they figure out a few things, few defensive substitutions. McGilvery going to bring in Eichstead. So it'll be Eichstead, Nelson, Wasicek, Hooks, and Shea Utek. Into the game, I think, for the first time tonight is Kelty Olsen. So Ryan has played all 9 of his players here this evening. Here's Olsen in the corner, right wing for Waldner. Janiah Waldner looks at a long 2, doesn't want it. Actually, I think Wasicek probably would have blocked that one. So a better decision. Here's a lob in the corner for Kelty Olsen, and Olsen will have it go off her hands and out of bounds. So Wolsey Wessington will get it back, leading 42-9. And another whistle. Are we getting another timeout? And the Warbirds have 6. You can't do that. That's not allowed. 6 is one too many. Nelson will check off. So it'll be the Utex, Wasicek, Hooks, and Eichstead. Here's Hooks on the right wing. Up top for Kendall. Kendall right side, Taylor Eichstead. Eichstead lob in for Hooks. Hooks behind the defense. A dribble, a shot is up and in. So Kenley Hooks with 10 points. Second Warbird in double figures here tonight. Leads Wells to 44-9. 3:40 to play here. Gary's Auto Glass postgame comes your way after this. And it'll be a fairly quick postgame because, of course, we got to get around to another pregame where we have interviews with Al Wager and Hayden Hooks. Here comes Peterson in to replace Wasicek for Wolsey Wessington. 3:22 to play, 44-9. Shea Utex slaps the inbounds pass almost back out of bounds. Nice save there by Janiah Waldner, and James Valley will control. Waldner to the top of the key. Here's Porter. Maria Porter off the whiff screen. Back up top for Waldner. Janiah on the right side. Nice crossover past Eichstead. Long 2 is up and no good. Long rebound in the corner for Peyton Peterson. Peterson ahead to Eichstead. Eichstead left corner for Kendall Utex. Back to Peterson on the left wing. Cross court for Shea. Shea lobs it in. Quick pass for Kenley. Kenley behind the defense. Again, the basket. Kenley Hooks with a dozen. Lead up to 46-9 with 2.5 minutes to play. Gary's Auto Glass postgame show yet to come. Klein Saucer, cross court a pass. Kelty Olsen back up top for Waldner. Janiah Waldner, the drive got past Eichstead, but then lost it on the way to the basket. Regains control. Ends up passing it out in the corner to Porter, and now a whistle on Wolsey Wessington. I think it'll be Eichstead. Nope, Peyton Peterson. Rhea Tupel, Lily Tupel, both coming in for Wolsey Wessington. Anna Carmona is on. Looks like Kenley and Peterson will stay on for the time being. The inbounds into Janiah Waldner. Janiah, nifty ball handling. Inside, Addison Kleinsasser. Short shot is good. Addison with her second field goal. She's got 5 points on the night. 90 seconds left in the game. It's 46-11. Wolsey Wessington's going to win their second to go to 2-5. Vikings are going to fall to officially 0-4. They played Mitchell Christian, but Mitchell Christian doesn't have a varsity squad, so technically that was a JV game. So it's like 0-3 and 0-4 in parentheses here. Here's a runner on the way, no good for Anna Carmona. Rebound grabbed by Kleinsasser, and now we'll have a whistle to get some subs in. Dara Davies back on. Van Scherel's back on. Also coming in for Wolsey Wessington is Hayden Bolt. And also on is Lily Tupel. So Rhea and Lily, Hayden Bolt, Anna Carmona. Here's a nice drive to the basket by Dara Davies. She gets her first points. 46-13 is your score. Just right at the top of the key. Here's Tupel over to Peterson. Peterson the drive, back out to Bolt. Here's Carmona. Carmona in the lane. Back out again to Tupel. Tupel left side to Peterson, off her hands and out of bounds. Lily Tupel just putting a little bit too much on that as the Vikings inbound for a final chance to put up points here tonight. 46-13 your score, all over but the final. Gary's Auto Glass postgame report is next. Got a foul on Wolsey Wessington, and I don't even think they'll get an inbounds off here, and this one will go final. So your final score here tonight will be 46-13. Wolsey Wessington will pick up win number 2. The Vikings of James Valley Christian fall to 0-4. Gary Zell Auto Glass postgame report number 1 comes your way in a minute, 60 seconds on KOKK. Stop into Shooter's Saloon in Wolsey today for some good food, good drinks, and great time. Shooter's has new hours. They're open Monday through Friday, 3 to close, with the kitchen open 4 to 10. Shooter's is now open Saturdays, noon to close, with a lunch special and appetizers available noon to 4. Be sure to follow their Facebook page to find the weekly special and any drink specials they may be having. You can still get all their normal menu items like their delicious ribeye dinner, and of course Shooter's famous homemade pizzas 4 to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Make your next stop at Shooter's Saloon in Wolsey.
Gary Zell Auto Glass is a proud supporter of area high school sports and sponsor of the post-game show. Gary and Michael Zell offer mobile glass replacement of windshields, door glass, cars and trucks, even tractor cabs on site. Gary Zell Auto Glass does chip repairs, and they process all insurance paperwork. Call 352-0836 or toll free 1-888-852-0355. Gary Zell Auto Glass in Huron. It's time for the post-game report on 1210 KOKK. Brought to you by Gary Zell Auto Glass in Huron. Once again, here's Matt Watson.
Well, thank you, sir, and welcome back to Wolsey. Our final in our girls matchup, which went to running clock a couple of minutes into the third quarter, is 46-13. Josh McGilvery and his Wolsey Wessington Warbird girls will pick up victory number 2 on this early season. They are now 2-5. James Valley Christian falls to officially 0-4. And for Ryan Glanzer and the James Valley Christian Vikings, the numbers look like this. Off the bench, Dara Davies, the only bench basket. She had 2 points. She was 0-4 from the free throw line. Ryland Whiff, 2 points tonight. Out of the starters, 3 of the 5 scored. Whiff had 2. Janiah Waldner had 4. And Addison Kleinsasser had 5. Kleinsasser was 1 of 2 from the line. The Vikings did not score in the first, scored 3 in the second, 4 in the third, 6 in the fourth, 13 in the game, and they end up 1 of 6 from the line, led by Addison Kleinsasser with 5 points. For Josh McGilvery and the Wolsey Wessington Warbird girls, they go to 2-5 with the win. They got 7 of their 46 off the bench. Macy Washicek, 2 points. She was 2 of 2 from the line. Peyton Peterson, 5 points. She was 1 of 2 from the stripe. 4 of the 5 starters scored for McGilvery's Warbirds. Taylor Eichstead 0 for 2 from the line. 7 on the night for Kendall Utecht. Kendall scored 7 points in the first 5.5 minutes of this game, and then did not score again. 7 points in the game, 1 of 1 from the stripe. Maria Nelson put up 8. She scored in every quarter except the first. She was 0 for 2 from the line. And 12 apiece for the team lead tonight for Shea Utecht and Kenley Hooks. Hooks put up 6 in the second quarter, 2 in the third, 4 in the fourth, 12 in the game, 4 of 6 from the line. Shea Utecht scored a couple of free throws in the first quarter, hit a couple of threes on the night, was perfect in the line at 4 out of 4. And again, Shea Utecht 12 and Kenley Hooks 12 to lead Wolsey Wessington. They scored 14 in the first, 17 in the second, 6 in the third, 9 in the fourth, 46 in the game. They go 12 of 19 from the free throw line. And again, led by Shea Utecht with 12 and Kenley Hooks with 12. So that is your scoreboard here, or your particulars in our girls matchup here as we get a Gary Zell Auto Glass post-game report number 1 rolling. Let's take another 60-second break. We'll come back with a scoreboard, and we'll wrap up post-game report number 1 back in a minute on KOKK.
American Family Insurance.
This is Crystal Volkertson, agent at Volkertson & Associates, Inc. As your American Family Insurance agent in Huron and Miller, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. Call me today at 605-352-4943 And let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Stop into Shooter's Saloon in Woolsey today for some good food, good drinks, and great time. Shooter's has new hours. They're open Monday through Friday, 3 to close, with the kitchen open 4 to 10. Shooter's is now open Saturdays, noon to close, with a lunch special and appetizers available noon to 4. Be sure to follow their Facebook page to find the weekly special and any drink specials they may be having. You can still get all their normal menu items like their delicious ribeye dinner and, of course, Shooter's famous homemade pizzas 4 to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Make your next stop at Shooter's Saloon in Woolsey.
Dakota Sports.
And welcome back to Woolsey. Here, Gary Zell Auto Glass postgame report number 1. Always includes a check of the scoreboard. The Mirror Family Hair Care brings us our scoreboard updates. Lori and Kylie down there at the Mirror offering a bunch of services for the entire family. For an appointment with Lori, call 605-883-HAIR. Or for an appointment with Kylie, you can call or text 605-553-1628. The Mirror is at 35 4th Street Southeast, downtown Huron. They do accept walk-ins. That's the Mirror Family Hair Care. Final score tonight, Wolsey Wessington beats JVC in girls basketball 46-13. Sanborn Central, Woonsocket leading Howard with 3 minutes to play in the third, 39-23. Hitchcock, Tulare, and Northwestern set to tip off for some reason at Northwestern at 8 p.m. tonight. Dubrook is leading Iroquois Lake Preston 51-16 with 2 minutes to play in that one, and Wessington Springs leading Sunshine Bible Academy 58-25. There's 3 minutes to play in that game. The Miller girls were trailing here in their game. I guess we got Arlington and DeSmet possibly playing later. Mobridge Pollock still a lead, although it's down to 5 points with about a minute to play. Mobridge Pollock 42, Miller 37. Again, that is a girls basketball score with about a minute to play over there at the Miller Armory in Miller. No boys scores, of course, to pass along yet because the boys are the second half of the doubleheaders, not only across the state, but here in Woolsey. That'll do it for post-game report number 1. Thanks again to Gary Zell Auto Glass. Thanks again to the Mirror Family Hair Care. While we're talking, too, they bring us our scoreboard update. So we'll have another Gary Zell Auto Glass post-game report. We'll have another reading of the officials brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. And we'll have another basketball game coming your way here in a few minutes. We'll flip the script now, a 1-minute break. When we return, we'll talk to Al Wager, head boys basketball coach for James Valley Christian, as we get set for our second of 2 as the Vikings are at Wolsey Wessington. Coach Al Wager in 60 seconds on KOKK.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Dairy Queen's ice cream, of course. Get your favorite cool treats at Dairy Queen of Huron. Get a chocolate-dipped cone, a dilly bar, hot fudge sundae, or their famous DQ blizzards. And for parties, anniversaries, or any occasion, order a DQ cake, a Treats of pizza, or a DQ blizzard cake. Dairy Queen of Huron is open every day of the week. Drive up, carry out, or dine in. Dairy Queen of Huron. Hot eats and cool treats.
Hi, I am Tyson Lean. As a college wrestler, I push my body to the limit every day. But after a few injuries, I started to feel like I wasn't performing at my best. That's when I turned to Carr Chiropractic and their team of experts. Through a combination of adjustments, rehab, and natural supplements, I was able to recover faster, reduce my pain, and improve my overall performance on the mat. Whether you're an athlete or just looking to improve your health, I highly recommend giving Carr Chiropractic a try.
Your headquarters for sports is Dakota Sports on KOKK.
Welcome back to the pregame show here on KOKK, getting ready for a boys matchup. First one in the books, we got James Valley Christian at Wolsey Wessington tonight for a girl-boy doubleheader. We'll talk to Coach Hooks in a moment. Right now, Al Wager from James Valley Christian. And Al, thanks for joining us here. I was taking a look at your schedule thus far. 2 wins, 1 loss on this young season. Pretty decent start to the year.
Yeah, it is. We missed one of our games against Ethan. We were hoping to have them early on, too. So, good start. We're learning how to play together. A little different team this year than what we had last year, so we're learning how to play together, and it's good to be a good matchup tonight.
Always tough to adjust to changes, and yeah, like you said, but you do have, like Wallman is kind of that anchor kind of piece coming back at 6'5", played the middle, plenty of experience. Has he been the one kind of leading the squad?
Absolutely, yeah. He comes back. He's our experienced guy, and he's our go-to, and he works hard, and it's just it's fun having him part of your team. If you can do it with somebody, that's the type of personality you need. You need to have that guy that's willing to work hard and lead his team. So,
speaking of doing this thing with people that you enjoy, I see you got an assistant coach that, he used to play for you for one, but your son's your assistant coach here.
He is. That's been really fun too. Timmy's doing a great job of getting his team ready and being able to be a part of our varsity as well. And it's just fun. Yeah, fun having a son and hearing him sometimes say things that I said to him. So, and I did okay, I guess.
Yeah, right. So you must. Do you ever remind him, hey, remember when I told you that and you argued with? Remember?
Very often. As often as I can. You bet.
Let's talk about your opponent tonight. Wolsey Wessington, the Warbirds, again, are off to a great start. They're 6-0 after beating Miller on Tuesday. Big athletic. You kind of know what you're getting.
Yeah, absolutely. They're always well prepared and very athletic, and they just work hard too. And so we got our work cut out for us tonight, but we'll battle hard and we're ready. So
real good, Coach. Thanks so much for joining us. Good luck in the game, and we'll be talking to you later this season.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Al Wager, their head coach of the James Valley Christian boys. Let's send it back to the studios here when we return. Hayden Hooks from Wolsey Wessington, and we're getting ready for our second of two. We got James Valley Christian and Wolsey Wessington. Both games of a doubleheader tonight on KOKK. Hooks is next.
6 F-35 fighter jets, 1 NFL team, a trip to the moon. All have $1 billion price tag. Something else that costs $1 billion, respiratory problems in the beef industry each year. It's time to fight back against these costly respiratory challenges. That's why Purina Stress Care Starters are formulated with RX3 immune support technology. It boosts calves' natural defenses, priming their immune systems from the start. Talk to your Dakota Land Feeds rep today to learn more about Purina Stress Care Starters. Playing the game means bumps, bruises, and breaks happen. Lean on Huron Regional Medical Center Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Over and Dr. Todd Anderson, along with the Pro Rehab Physical Therapy teams, are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at HuronRegional.org, because when it comes to your health, the right care is right here. Best of luck to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center.
When is the right home truly the right home? This is Reg Kleinsasser with the Real Estate Connection. First, can you afford it? Beyond the purchase price, you need to consider utility costs, maintenance costs, and property taxes. All of these factors add to the actual cost of a new home. Does the home meet your needs? At the Real Estate Connection, we are dedicated to helping you find a home that meets your needs without breaking your budget. We're ready to help you find the right home today. Give us a call, 352-1300, or visit our website, realestatehuron.com.
Kaufman Livestock of Huron is a proud supporter of the Huron Tigers in all area high school athletics. Marty, Cody, and Logan Kaufman raise registered Simmental bulls. 2 are former Huron Tigers, 1 a former Alpena Wildcat. Best of luck to all area athletes and the Huron Tigers from Kaufman Livestock of Huron.
Dakota Sports is committed to excellence in sports broadcasting.
Welcome back to the pregame show on Dakota Sports. Matt Watson on KOKK as the Wolsey Wessington Warbirds host James Valley Christian. Tonight, girls' game is in the books, getting ready for a boys' game here. We talked with Coach Weger. Right now, we sit down with Hayden Hooks, head coach for the Wolsey Wessington boys. And Hayden, thanks for joining us here. We saw you, of course, just the other night, push your season mark to 6-0. This team's pretty good, man. They're quick. They get up and down the floor. They're athletic. They can jump out of the gym. Really fun to watch.
Yeah, it is a fun group, and we have great leadership, so that really helps and makes things easy.
Now, I didn't see anybody specifically get dinged up on Tuesday, but it looked like Nelson, maybe a hamstring or something, or did he just come down awkwardly? It looked like maybe he was going to dunk, and then at the last second he kind of laid it in.
Yeah, I think he went up to try to do his first dunk and just kind of landed awkward, but he seemed to be all right yesterday, so he's good to go tonight.
When it first happened and he grabs that hamstring area, you go, oh no, because that's an area where, like, it can linger all year.
Yeah, no kidding. It's definitely a scary moment when they go down like that, but our guys are pretty good about being honest, and if they're all right, they'll usually jump right up, and you kind of know they're all right. If they're really hurt, they'll probably lay there a little longer.
Talk a little bit about James Valley. You got a team here, obviously a little bit of a different look than last year. Some of the kids had moved on here, but you got some of the pieces back. They got Al Wager still at the coach. What did you learn watching film here for James Valley Christian tonight?
Yeah, you know, the Wallman kid's been playing for a while now, so he's tough in the middle, and he can shoot it as well. So he's a tough ask for anybody on defense. And then they're quick, they're going to play fast, they're going to play scrappy. You know, they're always going to play the right way. So you have to as well, and you have to be prepared just like any other team.
I was noticing one thing about your team is the hairstyles. Does your team have a team hair person? Is there a team? And what are the chances of them getting to bleach your mop at some point here for a Wolsey-Wessington game or two?
You know, they all bleached that for the state championship.
Is that what it was for football?
Yeah.
I kind of figured that had something to do with it, but are they going to keep that up through the basketball season, do you think?
I think if it would grow fast enough, they would all get rid of it, but I made a deal with them. If we make it to the state tournament, I'll do mine. So.
Oh, okay. See, I knew there was going to be a little catch there. Well, all right, Coach, thanks for joining us here. Good luck in the game, and I think we'll probably see you next at the 281. Almost that time. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, the season's definitely going fast.
Thanks so much, Hayden Hookster, head coach of the Wolsey-Wessington boys. Back to the studios, back here with officials, lineups, and we'll be ready for tip-off for the boys' game. James Valley Christian at Wolsey-Wessington. The boys' game coming up on KOKK.
Action news on the scene. Once again, a craft of some sort has crash landed. I can see movement coming from the craft. Is it the sun? It is. It's confirmed and emerging now exactly what we thought. It is the sun. Ty Clark has just emerged from the craft. He's the son of Kent Clark. And yes, they're teaming up like Superman and Boy Wonder. Father and son finally together. Kent Clark Insurance, Wessington. Equal opportunity provider. 458-2281. For your crop insurance needs.
Look at all the pictures of the resort you'd stay in every year. All you need to do is pay reasonable maintenance fees once a year. With any contract that you're signing, read and understand everything. What happens if you cancel? Can you get out of this contract? If you feel pushed into signing the contract, you need to stop and take a step back. If you have questions, contact the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Dakota Sports.
And welcome back here as we take a look at your lineup cards. First of all, for James Valley Christian, Al Wager, their head coach. They'll have off the bench Noah Fast, Caden Ober, Cole Anderson, Keegan Hood, Jonah Niederbaumer, and Huntley still injured tonight, having some back issues. Starting five for Wager, number 10, a 6'4 junior, Javen Van Scherel. Number 12, a 5'8 sophomore, Gavin Waldner. Number 20, a 6'1 senior, Tane Herman. Number 22, a 5'11 junior, Colby Vanderwerf. And number 42, a 6'5 senior, Jared Wallman. Again, Van Scherel, Waldner, Herman, Vanderwerf, and Wallman. The James Valley Christian Vikings wear the black unis with the white numbers and the gold outlines. Al Wager's new assistant coach, Tim Wager, for James Valley Christian. Moving over to Wolsey-Wessington. Warbird boys off the bench, Colin Hughes, Harley Roberts, Isaiah Sabalier, Jesse McCown, Clay Carey, Cooper Tim, Keaton Zomer, and Jet Kleinsasser. Your starting five tonight for the Wolsey-Wessington boys. Number 1, a 6' junior, Caleb Richmond. Number 2, a 5'9 senior, Peyton Rainford. Number 4, a 6'3 senior, Moshe Richmond. Number 32, a 6'1 sophomore, Lars Tweet. And number 34, a 6'5 junior, number 33, I think, isn't he? Yeah, number 33, 6'5 junior, Sawyer Nelson. So Richmond, Rainford, Richmond, Tweet, and Nelson. Same lineup from Tuesday. They'll wear the white unis with the black numbers. And we are just about set for tip-off here between James Valley Christian and Wolsey-Wessington. The Warbird boys unbeaten at 6-0. James Valley Christian comes in 2 wins, 1 loss. They had one game also postponed on this young season. So we get set for a boys matchup here in Woolsey. A fresh 8 is on the board. James Valley Christian sends Jared Wallman, their 6'5" point man, out. He'll do about everything for this Vikings team at some point of the ball game. He is, of course, opposed by Moshe Richmond. The officials look things up and down. Richmond and Wallman in the center circle. The tip is up. James Valley Christian the first possession. Vikings over to Tane Herman. Herman on the right wing. Cross court now to Gavin Waldner. Left wing, here is a 3 on the way and good for Javen Van Scherel. And the Vikings lead early 3-0. Warbirds across the timeline. Rainford top of the key. Nearly lost it. Finds Moshe on the right wing. Back to Peyton. Rainford on the dribble to the top of the key. Left wing. Lars Tweet strokes for 3. And that one is good. And Tweet picks up right where he left off. Hit 5 threes Tuesday night. And Tweet ties us at 3 with 7:20 to play in the opening quarter. Right wing, James Valley Christian. Colby Vanderwerf. Vanderwerf on the right wing for Van Scherel. Van Scherel, right side. Here's a 3 from Tane Herman, and that one is good. Back-to-back threes to start the game for James Valley Christian. Warbirds a 3 in between. It's 6-3 James Valley. Rainford around the horn here for Caleb Richmond. Tweet another 3. Bang! Ties us up at 6 apiece. 4 threes to start this basketball game. No misses with 6:50 to play in the opening quarter. We're tied at 6. Here's the Vikings' Colby Vanderwerf. Another 3. Left wing, no good. Nelson the board. Nelson to Rainford. Cross court to Tweet. Right corner, Caleb no. Moshe Richmond. Moshe the drive. Bumped off his base and a whistle. As Moshe trying to sneak it into Sawyer Nelson. It would have worked too, but they fouled him, and it'll be the first foul of the night on Jared Wallman. But he kind of paying attention to Moshe. It looked like Nelson was going to have a bunny there, but the foul beforehand. Here's Tweet from the corner, another 3. Oh, boy. Are you kidding me? Lars Tweet, 3 for 3 from downtown, and the Warbirds lead 9-6. A minute 40 in. Cross court, down in the right corner now. Here's Colby Vanderwerf looking at 3. Oh, he wants it, and it's good. So 9-9. The Vikings are 3 out of 4 from 3. Here's Tweet again. Oh, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. A 4th 3 as Lars Tweet starts this game with 12 points in the first 2 minutes. Tane Herman on the wing, running the weave. Vikings down 12-9. Here's a whistle and a travel and a turnover back to the Warbirds. A smoking hot start for Lars Tweet. 4 for 4 from 3. 12-9 Warbirds. 5.5 to play opening quarter. Rainford across the timeline. Neither team has tried a 2-point basket in this game. Here's Caleb breaking baseline. Cross court Tweet. Oh no. Oh no. Front iron, it's no good. The heat check is no good. He's 4 out of 5, still a 12-9 Warbird lead. Left corner, here's another 3 for the Vikings, no good. Wallman the rebound, blocked by Moshe. He blocked it right back into Wallman's hands. Oh, Caleb did touch it. I was thinking Caleb was standing on the baseline when he touched that ball, and the official then quickly fixes it. Here's the right wing. Oh, boy, is this another 3? Are you kidding me? Tane Herman with his second 3, and we're tied at 12. Hayter says we're on pace to score 192 points here tonight, so we'll see if they can keep this up. 12-12 with 5 minutes to play in the first, and it is raining threes here in Woolsey. Gavin Waldner picks up a foul. Second on the Vikings. Tweet, 3 ball. Got it. Unbelievable. Lars with all 15 of the Warbird points. He's 5 of 6 from 3. All the baskets scored here so far have been 3s. Here's the ball knocked out of bounds, and that's off Herman, so the Warbirds will inbound. They're going to have to start fanning Tweet after every shot here should he start ablaze. 15-12 as Tweet has 5 threes to open this game. Here's Lars with the ball. Gives it off to Moshe. Moshe the drive. Throws up a runner. No good. Got his own rebound. Let's try it again. It won't go. Now it's Wallman on the board. Wallman leaves it for Gavin Waldner. Galvin across midcourt. Right corner for Vanderwerf. Vanderwerf trapped and fouled by Sawyer Nelson. First foul of the night on Nelson, first on the Warbirds. 15-12, Wolsey Wessington leads. They are 5 of 6 from 3. The Vikings are 4 of 7. Here comes Colin Hughes in to replace Nelson. Nelson's first foul, the first of the night for Wolsey Wessington. Waldner just left to the top of the key. Gavin on the dribble, left corner now in a pass to Vanderwerf. Back up top, another 3. This one is no good for Vanderwerf. Rebound grabbed by Moshe, and then he is fouled by Wallman. And for Jared Wallman, that's going to be his second. Third on the team. Midway point of the opening quarter, still 15-12 Warbirds. Lars Tweed, all 15 of the Warbird points, all from downtown. He's 5 of 6. Here is Tweet, just right at the top of the key, work it off the screen. In the corner, here's Rainford for 3, no good. Vikings on the rebound, hauled in by Tane Herman. Herman over to Waldner. Gavin across midcourt, guarded by Caleb Richmond. Right wing Vanderwerf, right side Wallman. Wallman from the free throw line, the drive, and he's fouled, and he'll go to the line. Foul on Moshe is his first, second on the team. Couple of free throws coming here for Jared Wallman. Wallman, one of 2 Viking starters that has not scored here tonight, and he will remedy that as he knocks down the first free throw. So the Vikings back to within 2. And Wallman will make it 1 as he knocks down both on this trip. 4 of the 5 Viking starters have scored. And it's 15-14, Wolsey Wessington. Caleb Richmond across the timeline from Rainford. Right wing Tweet for Colin Hughes. Hughes cross court, left wing for Caleb. Caleb draws the double team, drives, almost had it knocked away, finds Tweet in the corner. Tweet's not going to get a lot of looks from 3, I don't think, for the remainder of this night. I would imagine James Valley Christian will try to do everything that they can to be out there on Lars, and that's what happened there. And James Valley going to pick up a foul as Gavin Waldner whistled for his second. Here's Moshe leaning in, and an offensive foul on Moshe Richmond, and that will be 2 quick fouls on Richmond. Moshe on that one went up, but leaned into the basket, into his defender. The official says that is an offensive foul, so the Vikings will get it back with 3:10 to play in the first. 15-14, Birds by 1. Here's Waldner, the drive, nice step through by Gavin Waldner. He will finish it off, and all 5 Viking starters have scored. Here's Moshe at the other end, strip knocked away, Wallman the steal. Jared to the other end, going to push it against Tweet on the low block, works the up, works the under, and gets the basket. Wallman with 4, it's 18-15. Oh, and Wolsey Wessington got away with it over and back there. Left wing, here's Caleb Richmond from way downtown. No good. Tweet the rebound, and a whistle on the Vikings. That'll be Gavin Waldner, and it looks like Wager's going to go to the bench because that's going to be Waldner's third. So Noah Fast will come on here for James Valley. 2:39 to play opening quarter, 18-15, Vikings by 3. Lars Tweed at the free throw line, and we'll see how he feels this close to the basket. Looks like pretty good as he knocks down the first free throw. Tweed is off to an amazing start. He has all 16 of the Warbird points. He's 5 of 6 from downtown, and now 1 of 1 from the line. Second free throw is up and good. All 17 for Warbirds have come from Lars Tweed. 18-17 Vikings, 2.5 to play first quarter. Down in the left corner, here's Javen Van Scherel. Right side for Tane Herman. Herman will take the long 2, no good. Moshe the board. Moshe the other way, leaves it for Hughes, calling the layup good. Colin Hughes, the first bench scorer for either squad, gives the Warbirds back to lead 19-18. 2:10 left first quarter. Across the timeline, here's Colby Vanderwerf. Cross court, looking at a three is Van Scherel. He won't take it. He will drive. Blocked by Moshe, and Richmond will come away with it. Moshe the other way. Left wing, drives all the way to the basket, lays it in. Moshe with his first basket. 21-18, Birds by 3. Minute 45 left opening quarter. His crossover by Herman, lost his defender. Kicks it outside there to Fast. Here's the left corner three. That one is no good for Van Scherel. Rebound again, Moshe Richmond. Ahead to Rainford, finds Hughes under the basket for the Bunny. Hughes with 4 points, and the Birds build a 5-point lead, 23-18. 91 seconds to play in the first. We'll take a quick timeout. Make it a minute, 30 seconds. 30 seconds on KOKK.
American Family Insurance.
This is Crystal Volkertson, agent at Volkertson & Associates, Inc. As your American Family Insurance agent in Huron and Miller, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. Call me today at 605-352-4943, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
Dakota Sports.
Lars the sophomore. Oh, wow. What a great pickup. Welcome back to Wolsey. Minute 31 remaining in the opening quarter. Mr. Hayter, as always, providing top quality information, passing along. I knew I had heard of Lars Tweet before. He came over from Castlewood, and that I had an older brother that played there, and he graduated from there. Here's another block by Moshe as he pins one against the backboard there on the attempt by Vanderwerf. At the other end, Caleb can't finish it off. Rebound tipped out by Sabalier. A couple of players on the deck coming out of it with the ball is James Valley Christian, Javen Van Scherel. Quickly down to Woolman. Fakes on the three, drives past a defender, can't finish it off again. Moshe affecting that shot. Moshe crosses over, spins off the window, rims one home for Wolsey Wessington. So Lars Tweet cooling off and everybody else taking over. 25-18, a 7-point Warbird lead. Tweet still 17 of their 25 points. Here's a ball knocked away by the Warbirds and out of bounds. Warbirds are going to bring Rainford back on. Also on is Harley Roberts. So it'll be Roberts, Rainford, Hughes, Sabalier, and Caleb Richmond. Moshe will get a break. Nelson will get a break. Tweet will get a breather. Wow, Lars Tweet is just a sophomore. Be looking for him for a couple of years. Here's another Tane Herman three. Herman's got 3 threes in the first quarter of this one. 25-21, Wolsey Wessington. Warbirds with the ball. Shot clock is off, and a pass intended for Sabalier was nowhere near him and picked off by Woolman. He'll try a deep three. That's no good at the buzzer, and that's it for the first quarter. What a first quarter. Wolsey Wessington 25, James Valley Christian 21. We're back in a minute. 60 seconds on KOKK. Stop into Shooter's Saloon in Wolsey today for some good food, good drinks, and great time. Shooters has new hours. They're open Monday through Friday, 3 to close. What's that? With the kitchen open 4 to 10. Shooters is now open Saturdays, noon to close, with a lunch special and appetizers available noon to 4. Be sure to follow their Facebook page to find the weekly special and any drink specials they may be having. You can still get all their normal menu items like their delicious ribeye dinner. And of course, Shooters' famous homemade pizzas 4 to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Make your next stop at Shooter's Saloon in Wolsey.
With nearly 130 stores in 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for Lazy Boy furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron.
You've got Dakota Sports.
Welcome back to Woolsey. A fresh 8 on the board. Woolsey-Wessington will inbound. 25-21, the Warbirds take a lead after the first quarter. They are 2 out of 2 from the line. Lars Tweet leads them with 17 points. Tane Herman has hit 3 threes for James Valley. He's got 9 to lead the Vikings. Second quarter underway. Tweet into Rainford, right back to Lars. Top of the key, right wing to Harley Roberts. Cross court, running the weave now with Moshe and Lars. Oh, Tweet pops for 3. No good. Long rebound tipped out. Harley Roberts has it, and they'll get another look. Well, Tweet still on the upside. I think he's 5 out of 8. Moshe blocked. Nope, fouled on his drive, and he will go to the free throw line. We'll see who they call the foul on. It can't be Wallman, or it would be bad news if it was Wallman for JVC. It's not. It is number 20, Tane Herman. Free throws here for Moshe. First is good. The Warbirds are 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Tweets 2 of 2, and now Moshe's make here, and Richmond steps up for another. His second is airborne, and that one is good. So Moshe with a half dozen. The lead stretches to 6, 27-21. Across midcourt, Noah Fast for JVC. Gives it off to Wallman. Wallman is fouled and 1. Sawyer Nelson whistled for his second. Wallman will pick up his 6th point and will go to the free throw line with a chance to make it 7. 7.5 left first half. 27-23. Woolsey-Wessington. Extra free throw is up and in for Wallman. Will they count it? They will not. They say he stepped over the line. So 27-23 is where it'll stay. Woolsey-Wessington leading James Valley Christian boys basketball here tonight on KOKK. 7:28 to play first half. And here's an offensive foul against Rainford. Might have been Nelson. Moshe is talking to the official, but I don't think it's on him, is it? Yeah, it's on Sawyer Nelson. Unfortunately, though, for Sawyer, that's going to be his 3rd. So they'll bring Sabalier back on with 7:25 to play in the first half, leading 27-23. Woolsey-Wessington sets up for defense. Here's Jared Wallman. Wallman the drive on Sabalier and a travel on Wallman. Rose up for a shot fake and tried to wing it down into the corner for an attempted 3 by Tane Herman, but they say he left the ground. Came back with the ball, traveled. Woolsey-Wessington by 4, 7:10 to play here in the second. Tweet, Rainford running the weave. Here's Roberts for 3, no good. Offensive rebound. Peyton Rainford leaves it off for Sabalier, who goes up and leans in. Isaiah Sabalier with his first basket. Bench score now at 6 for Woolsey-Wessington. James Valley yet without a bench basket. Here is a drive, no good by Cole Anderson. Rebound, Richmond. Moshe to the other end. Drives, free throw line outside. Rainford for 3, no good. Sabalier up and over the back on the rebound, and Isaiah Sabalier will pick up his first. Six minutes, 37 seconds remain in the first half. A 6-point Woolsey-Wessington lead. Moshe's going to check out as Lars Tweet. Caleb Richmond is back in. So it'll be Caleb and Lars, Sabalier, Roberts, and Rainford out there right now. Here's Noah Fast at the top of the key. Stops the dribble, finds Wallman high post. Back out to Fast for 3. No good. Offensive board, though, tipped over to Herman. Outside Wallman, a deep 3. No good. Long rebound, Caleb Richmond. Caleb back across midcourt. Cross court, Rainford squares up. Another 3. Got it. Peyton Rainford from downtown. His first basket, 32-23. A 9-point Warbird lead. Top of the key for JVC. Here's Cole Anderson. Anderson to Wallman. Wallman out to Fast. Fast fakes on the 3. Drives past his defender and knocks down a long 2. That'll be the first bench point for the Vikings. Warbird's lead is 9. Here's Caleb, the runner, off the window, too strong. Sabalier, the offensive board. He'll wing it out to Tweet, and they'll get another look. That one did catch iron, so a fresh shot clock. Tweet fakes on the 3, and everybody bites. He drives to the basket, and the finish. Lars Tweet with 19 points with 5.5 minutes to play in the first half. Here's Herman for 3. No good. Tweet the rebound. Tweet across the timeline, drives, turns on the Jets, throws up a runner, no good. Rebound grabbed by Anderson. Over to Woolman, they'll clear it. A 9-point Woolsey Wessington lead, 34-25, 5 minutes to play first half. Savalier, a block on Woolman. Long pass down to Caleb Richmond with the finish. Caleb Richmond has his first basket. It's an 11-point lead, double digits for the first time tonight for Woolsey Wessington. Fast, shy of the timeline, is fouled by Tweet. Or maybe Roberts. Harley's first. So with 4:46 remaining here in the first half, changes again. It'll be Colin Hughes, Peyton Rainford, Moshe and Caleb Richmond, and Lars Tweet. Out on the right wing, here's Cole Anderson. Inside, back outside. Here's Noah Fast with the long runner, no good. Rebound tipped around, Tweet will have it. Tweet over to Rainford, stolen by Herman. Tane will go right up and put it in. Tane Herman with 11. 36-27, a 9-point Warbird lead. Tweet, the runner, into the lane. Nice pass off to Roberts. Everybody paying attention to Lars Tweet. Nice leave off. Or excuse me, not Roberts, Hughes. Colin Hughes with 6 points on the night. Back to an 11-point lead, 38-27 Warbirds. Down in the right corner, Van Scherel drives to the free throw line. Outside, long three on the way. No good for Cole Anderson. Offensive board, Van Scherel. Van Scherel trying to get it into Jonah Niederbaumer. And the whistle has the ball flying out of bounds here, and it's off Woolsey Wessington. Woolman back in. Also on for JVC, Colby Vanderwerf. They'll replace Noah Fast and Jonah Niederbaumer. Midway point of the second quarter, 3:56 to play in the half, 38-27. Woolsey Wessington by 11. Cross court just off the bench. Here's Vanderwerf, gives it off to Woolman. Woolman looks at three, doesn't want it. Up top for Cole Anderson. Anderson, cross court for Tane Herman. Herman on the right wing. He's hit 3 threes in the game. Tane's having a nice ball game here tonight. 11 points all told. Left corner, here's a three. That one is no good for Cole Anderson. Rebound Tweet. Tweet ahead to Caleb. Caleb leaves it for Rainford, who leans in and puts the shot up and in. The gym kind of tentatively holding their breath, making sure it wasn't going to be a charge. And, of course, for James Valley Christian, I guess they could have got called for the block. Didn't get called for that either. 40-27. Woolsey Wessington's their biggest lead is 13 points. And Woolman getting harassed running down the court, and they will call the foul on Woolsey Wessington. We'll see who they will call it on because there was a couple of players there. DeBoer's over to talk to him, and that'll be 5 on Woolsey Wessington, so that does lead to bonus free throws for James Valley. The foul is on Colin Hughes, so his first is the team's 5th of the second quarter. 3:14 to play in the first half, 40-27. Birds up by 13. Woolman to the line. First free throw is good. Woolman has shot all of the James Valley Christian free throws tonight. He is 3 out of 4 from the stripe, as is obviously the team. Brings it back to a dozen. Woolman can cut it to 11. Second free throw is good. Woolman 4 out of 5 from the stripe. He's got 8 points to lead James Valley. Well, no, Herman's got 11. That's right. Speaking of 11, that's the Warbird lead, 40-29. 3:05 to play first half. Caleb Richmond out near the timeline with Rainford. Richmond, the drive. Nice leave for Savalier. Everybody paying attention to Caleb Richmond, and Isaiah will get a bunny. Couple of baskets for Savalier, back to a 13-point lead for Woolsey Wessington. Woolman's pass tip, stolen away by Caleb Richmond. Caleb the other way, lays it up and in. All 4 of the 5 starters have scored for Woolsey Wessington. They've got 8 off their bench, actually make it 10 off the bench. And the lead swells to 15. Here's Noah Fast, the runner halfway down the can and pops out. Rebound Moshe. Moshe ahead to Caleb. Caleb the runner. No good. Got his own rebound. Tried it again. It won't go. Got his own rebound again. This time he leaves it for Savalier. Off his hands. Picked up by Van Scherel. Stolen right back by Rainford. Rainford fouled on his way to the basket. It'll be Tane Herman's second. And Woolsey Wessington will inbound. It's just the second on James Valley here in the second quarter. So the Warbirds nowhere near the bonus. Colin Hughes will inbound with 2:15 to play in the half. Warbirds up 15 and looking for more. The inbounds to Caleb Richmond. Top of the key was hit by Van Scherel, but Caleb pulls it in. Out to Rainford for 3, and he got it. Peyton Rainford, 8 points, all in the second quarter. Lead is 18, 47-29. Here's Woolman. The drive pulls up at the free throw line. That one's off the mark. Caleb on the board this time. Caleb Richmond back across midcourt. Top of the key leaves it for Moshe right wing. Moshe in the right corner for Hughes. Hughes that hits a cutting Caleb Richmond. Nice pass out to Sabalier, who finds Rainford at the top of the key. Left corner, Caleb, a fadeaway 3. No good. Rebound, Colin Hughes. Hughes lobs it up to Rainford. Right wing, Moshe wants a 3. Nope. Will not pull the trigger. Getting out quickly on the defense there was Javen Van Scherel. Plus, it was right away in the shot clock. Minute 24 to play here in the second. 47-29. The Birds up 18. Rainford lobs in. Moshe low post. Turns and fires. Shot is good. Moshe Richmond with 8. The lead is 20 for these Warbird boys. Still on pace to top 100. 49-29. Wolsey Wessington. Herman, right corner. Here's a 3 by Van Scherel. No good. Offensive rebound, though, Herman. Here's another 3. Van Scherel left wing. Vanderwerf left wing. That one no good. But Herman with the rebound and the putback. So he's got 13. And Wolsey Wessington's lead is 18, 49-31. Here's a drive by Caleb. Throws up the runner. That one is good. So Caleb with 6 all in the quarter. Lead back to 20. Vikings with Tane Herman and 30 seconds left in the half. Inside Woolman. Woolman battling Sabalier. Jared Woolman will get a basket. 10 for Woolman. Second Viking in double figures. 51-33 Warbirds. 20 seconds to play in the half. Shot clock is off. We'll get a timeout for the Hooks, or for Hooks here with 15 seconds to play in quarter 2. 51-33 Wolsey Wessington. We'll get a timeout here of 30 seconds. Back in 30 on KOKK.
6B Seed and Supply of Alpena is your Legend Seeds dealer. Wishes good luck to all area teams. As a Legend Seeds dealer, 6B has access to all the leading traits, genetics, and innovative biologicals in the industry. You can guarantee they have your best interest in mind. Call 6B Seed 605-354-2699 and put their name and Legend Seeds products to work on your farm.
Dakota Sports.
"15 seconds to play here in the opening quarter, and with an 18-point lead and no substitutions on that timeout, I guess they just had a play they really wanted to run. As, again, they had the ball with no shot clock and took the timeout, drew up the play, send them back out with 15 seconds to play in the half. Here's Caleb Richmond, brings it into Sabalier, hands it right back to Caleb. Caleb top of the key, 10 seconds in the half. Richmond leaves it for Tweet in the right corner. His pass tipped, stolen away. Long pass ahead to Noah Fast. Fast has Roberts hot on his heels. Shot's no good. Sabalier the rebound. Tweet gonna try one from midcourt. I don't think it would have counted, but he almost hit it anyway. And at the half, 51-33 as the Warbird boys put up 51 points in 16 minutes. We'll wrap it up here at the halftime show, which comes your way in 2 minutes. At the break, 51-33 Warbirds. Back in 2 minutes on KOKK.
Whip Custom Farming can help with all of your crop production needs, from planting to spraying to harvesting to trucking. With over 50 years of experience, Whip Custom Farming is prepared to meet the individual producer's needs, from the entire annual operation to individual per contract jobs. Whip Custom Farming is available to do the complete job or work alongside you and your existing equipment. Find us online or call Trent at 605-350-2867. Whip Custom Farming, looking forward to growing with you.
This is Matt Sibley with Brian J. Davidson Insurance Agency in Huron. You changed thousands of diapers, cut off hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose, because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Brian Davidson will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call today, because like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Rocking Z Acres of Wessington provides USDA certified organic, SCI regenerative certified and conventional crop production, balancing biology with fertility. They offer a full line of organic and conventional products for plant nutrition, plant health, and soil biology to help local producers, including amino protein products to stimulate biology and plant hormones, amino-chelated micronutrients, compost extracts derived from local sources, and kelp products. Rocking Z Acres is proud to support Huron and area high school sports.
Are you looking for an easier way to get supplement to your calves? Check out liquid supplements available from Dakota Land Feeds. They have a variety of options available to meet specific needs of your cattle and your operation. All their liquid supplements are made to order when you need them. Liquid supplements are easy to handle and have improved mixability compared to dry feed. Dakota Land Feeds is your only local feed dealer to manufacture liquid supplement right here in South Dakota. Dakota Land Feeds, your local feed source.
This is Dakota Sports, committed to excellence in sports broadcasting. It's halftime.
It is halftime, and welcome back to Wolsey. The Wolsey-Wessington Warbirds locking up here with the James Valley Christian Vikings. Second of two tonight. Boy-girl doubleheader. Girls game in the books. Talk about that a little bit here on our Mirror Family Hair Care scoreboard. Right now, the halftime report for the Wolsey-Wessington James Valley Christian boys game. The visiting Vikings, all 5 of their starters have scored. They also got a 2 off the bench. That was Noah Fast. The 5 starters, Gavin Waldner with 2. Javen Van Scherel hit a 3 in an opening flurry of threes, and I'll explain that in a moment. Tane Herman at the half leads him with 13. He hit 3 threes in that first quarter, and Jared Wallman scores 10 in the first half. Wallman ends up 4 of 5 from the free throw line. JVC put up 21 in the first, 12 in the second, 33 at the half. 4 out of 5 from the line. Tane Herman, 13 points. 3 threes. Colby Vanderwerf has a 3. Javen Van Scherel hit a 3. Wallman keeping it in the paint. He's got 10 on 4 of 5 from the line. Over to Wolsey-Wessington. They have 10 already off the bench. Isaiah Sabalier with 4. Colin Hughes with 6. 4 of their 5 starters scored as well. 6 for Caleb Richmond. 8 for Peyton Rainford. Rainford hit a couple of threes in the second quarter. Moshe Richmond went for 8 in the first half. He was 2 of 2 from the line. And Lars Tweed has been the story so far. In that opening quarter, in fact, in about the opening 3 minutes, we had, I think, 7 made three-pointers. 4 of them by Tweed, 3 of them by James Valley Christian. 2 for Tane Herman, 1 for Colby Vanderwerf. Tweed would go on to score the first 15 points of this game for Wolsey-Wessington and 17 in the opening quarter. Lars is 5 of 8 from downtown. 17 points, 2 of 2 from the stripe. He sprinkled in a 2-point basket, just for good measure. Lars Tweet with 19 at the break to lead Wolsey-Wessington. The Birds are scoring 25 in the first, 26 in the second, on pace to crack triple digits here tonight in Wolsey. So again, a flurry of threes early on lead to a very exciting start. Lars Tweet, 19 points at the half performance, and Wolsey-Wessington leading James Valley Christian 51-33. It's halftime here. You're listening to high school basketball on Dakota Sports on 1210 AM, KOKK in Huron. Wolsey-Wessington leading James Valley Christian in the boys at the half, 51-33. Back to the studios for 2 minutes. We'll come back with a scoreboard brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care. 2 minutes. It's halftime on KOKK.
Playing the game means bumps, bruises, and breaks happen. Lean on Huron Regional Medical Center Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Hofer and Dr. Todd Anderson, along with the Pro Rehab Physical Therapy teams, are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at HuronRegional.org, because when it comes to your health, the right care is right here. Best of luck to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center.
When is the right home truly the right home? This is Reg Kleinsasser with the Real Estate Connection. First, can you afford it? Beyond the purchase price, you need to consider utility costs, maintenance costs, and property taxes. All of these factors add to the actual cost of a new home. Does the home meet your needs? At the Real Estate Connection, we are dedicated to helping you find a home that meets your needs without breaking your budget. We're ready to help you find the right home today. Give us a call, 352-1300, or visit our website, realestatehuron.com.
Hi, I am Tyson Lean. As a college wrestler, I push my body to the limit every day. But after a few injuries, I started to feel like I wasn't performing at my best. That's when I turned to Carr Chiropractic and their team of experts. Through a combination of adjustments, rehab, and natural supplements, I was able to recover faster, reduce my pain, and improve my overall performance on the mat. Whether you're an athlete or just looking to improve your health, I highly recommend giving Carr Chiropractic a try.
Onward Wolsey Business Association supports all activities of Wolsey Wessington School. Onward Wolsey Business Association includes Santel, Egg Tegra, Wolsey Wessington School, the City of Wolsey, Cane Creek Outfitters, Buzzin' Coffee, H&S Heating and Cooling, Dakota Environmental Engineering. Best of luck, Warbirds, from the Onward Wolsey Business Association.
Dakota Sports is committed to excellence in sports broadcasting.
Welcome back to Wolsey. Halftime, boys, 51-33 Wolsey Wessington. Let's take a check of the rest of the scoreboard here. The scoreboard updates are brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron. Lori and Kylie with services for every member of the family. Cuts, colors, waxes, perms, hair treatments, sugaring, eyelash extensions, shampoo sets. You can stop in for a walk-in appointment. They do accept those. The Mirror Family Hair Care is at 35 4th Street Southeast, downtown Huron. You can also call Lori for an appointment at the Mirror, 605-883-HAIR. Or you can call or text Kylie at 605-553-1628. The Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron, and they bring us scoreboard updates. Girls final, Wolsey Wessington beats James Valley Christian earlier tonight, 46-13. Northwestern leading Hitchcock Tulare girls with 5 minutes to play in the third. Northwestern 22, Hitchcock Tulare 19. Somebody got lazy in Howard apparently, because Sanborn Central Woonsocket is still leading Howard 39-23 with 3 minutes to play in the third quarter of that one. So apparently just nothing getting reported. Dubrook beat Iroquois Lake Preston 58-16. The final there. Wessington Springs defeats Sunshine Bible Academy tonight in girls basketball by the final of 58-29. For Miller, they lost to Mobridge Pollock tonight. Miller finds their first loss of the season at home to a rival in Mobridge Pollock. The final there, Tigers 45, Rustlers 40. Girls basketball finals tonight on your scoreboard update, brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care. Some boys scores. Wolsey Wessington up on James Valley Christian, 51-33 at the half. Other ball games, Sully Buttes leading Highmore Heralds boys 55-29 at the end of three quarters. Iroquois Lake Preston leading Dubrook with 5 minutes to play in the first half, 26-15. Wessington Springs leading Sunshine Bible Academy at the half, 30-24. Howard and Sanborn Central Woonsocket have either not tipped off or not reported. And Miller is leading Mobridge Pollock in boys basketball after a quarter, 16-15. Miller's boys on top there in Miller, and that is a full scoreboard update here at the half in Wolsey. Scoreboard updates are brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care, located in downtown Huron. 51-33 your boys score here, an 18-point advantage for the hometown Warbirds, and we'll see who will start. I think James Valley Christian will start the second half with the ball. Vikings try to claw their way back into this one, and early on they were keeping pace. Everybody was keeping pace. It was a hit three, a hit three, hit a 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 three. It was 15-12 at one time as Lars Tweet was 5 of 5 from three. James Valley Christian, Wolsey Wessington end up with a 46-point combined first quarter, 25-21. The inbounds tipped and stolen by Caleb Richmond. Caleb straight to the basket for the lay-in, and if that is a preview of the second half. James Valley Christian going to have to tighten things up. 53-33. And the Vikings going to throw it out of bounds. Oh, no, Rainford tried to save it and couldn't quite get there, so it's going to end up being out off Peyton Rainford. And the Vikings will inbound as Peyton gets a little ribbing from Moshe on that one. And Moshe steals it away from Gavin Waldner all the way for the dunk. Moshe, the single-hand flush to put him at 10 points. Gets the Woolsey crowd pumped up. 55-33, the Warbirds lead. Herman, drive, free throw line jumper, no good. Rebound tipped once by Tweed. Tipped again by Wallman. And now a foul, and I think it's on Sawyer Nelson. That's an interesting enough call. Sawyer having just one of those kind of days. That's his fourth personal foul, hasn't scored and just hasn't really had a chance to get going in this game. They'll replace him with Colin Hughes, and of course Wolsey Wessington not hurting for it. 55-33, they're up 22 in the third. Here's Herman outside to Wallman, cross court to Vanderwerf. Vanderwerf outside for Van Scherel. Top of the key, Gavin Waldner. Waldner looks at three. Nope, drives all the way to the basket. Off the window, it's good. Gavin Waldner, a nice job going one-on-one basically with Caleb Richmond there, giving up some height. Gavin with the steal. Waldner the other way, working on Rainford, and an offensive foul as Gavin Waldner got the offhand out in front of him and cleared off the defender. And anytime those officials see that off arm get out in front of the offensive player to push off that defender, then generally you get called for that offensive foul. I've seen it called a lot over the last, probably more over the last 5 seasons, but 55-35, Warbirds by 20. It's third quarter, 6:50 to play here in the third, and they haven't started the clock. The clock isn't running. Here's a shot by Richmond, no good, and there the clock goes, and now they're going to stop play on a foul. And it's a foul on Colin Hughes. So Colin's second, and that will again stop the clock at 6:47, and this time it comes back on. 55-35, Birds by 20. Gavin Waldner out near the timeline for James Valley Christian. Waldner working off the screen. The runner will not rattle in, but a whistle is going to send him to the free throw line. Thought for a minute that was going to go and he'd get an and one, but no such luck there. Caleb Richmond whistled for his first personal. Gavin Waldner at the free throw line. Gavin a couple of baskets tonight. He's got 4 points. Trying to cut into this 20-point Warbird lead. Waldner's first free throw is good. And for James Valley Christian, that's the first free throw shot by somebody not named Jared Wallman. Wallman was 4 of 5 from the line. Waldner is now 1 for 1. Make it 1 for 2. No good on the second. Tweet chases down the rebound in the corner. He'll leave it for Rainford. 19 the lead for Wolsey Wessington. 6.5 to play in the third. Definitely have fallen off that 100-point pace here, but still a very comfortable lead. Nice move by Caleb Richmond, although he came up short on the layup and got his own rebound and gave it to Peyton Rainford. So Rainford now has 10. He will be the third Warbird in double figures. Corner three from Van Scherel's off the mark. Rebound Moshe. Moshe off and running, and he will reverse lay it in. Moshe with a dozen, 59-36, a 23-point lead for Wolsey Wessington. And here's a pass across the timeline and a timeout for Al Wager. 5:52 to play in the third, 59-36 Wolsey Wessington. We're back in a minute, make it 30. 30 seconds, back in 30 on KOKK.
American Family Insurance.
This is Crystal Volkwartson, agent at Volkwartson & Associates, Inc. As your American Family Insurance agent in Huron and Miller, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. Call me today at 605-352-4943, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports.
Welcome back to Woolsey. 5:52 left here in the third quarter. Woolsey Wessington's boys a 23-point advantage. Girls won big earlier. JV Woolsey Wessington boys won by a much slimmer margin. They won 33-32. So Woolsey Wessington trying for the clean sweep. There was no JV girls game as the Vikings don't have enough kids to field a JV team. Here's a pass top of the key. Woolman has it tipped away. Colin Hughes the steal. Hughes all the way to the basket. Came up short. Rebound Caleb Richmond. His shot partially blocked. Rebound tipped over to Gavin Wallner, and here come the Vikings. Wallner into the lane. Leaves it out for Van Scherel. Drives past the defender, and a whistle on Colin Hughes. Hughes is third, with 5:21 to play in the third, and Woolsey Wessington still a comfortable 23-point lead. Gavin Waldner ready to bring it in. Inbounds in the corner for Van Scherel. Javen inside for Wallman. Back to Van Scherel on the left wing. Inside Wallman. Wallman going to work on Moshe. The shot will not go, but a foul is called, and he'll go back to the line. Moshe Richmond whistled for his third. 5:10 remaining in the third quarter. 59-36 Woolsey Wessington. Jared Wallman to the free throw line. He's 4 out of 5. The team is 5 out of 7. Wallman with 10 points tonight knocks down the first free throw. Sabalier, Harley Roberts, both on. Here comes Moshe and Colin Hughes out. Jared Wallman with another free throw here. Second is up and in. Jared Wallman is 6 out of 7 from the line. He's got a dozen for James Valley Christian. Back to a 21-point, 59-38 lead for the Warbirds. Here's Rainford for three. Corner three is good. Peyton's third three. He's got 13 on the night. There's a ball nearly stolen, and now it is stolen. Knocked away by Moshe, picked up by Rainford. Rainford racing to the other end. Nice lead for Sabalier, who misses it off the window, but it was kind of a late pass, but a nice wraparound pass by Rainford. Gavin Waldner to the other end, no finish, but Wallman there to clean it up, and he is fouled. And he'll go back to the free throw line. We'll see who it's on. Roberts was there, Tweet was there. 32 is Lars Tweet. That is his first. Wallman back to the stripe. Again, 6 out of 7 from the line tonight. Misses the first here. Tane Herman leads him with 13 points. Wallman right there with a dozen. Second free throw, airborne and good. And Wallman now ties Herman with 13 for the team lead. 62-39. Woolsey Wessington on top. Tweet top of the key, drives, leaves it out for Rainford. Rainford to Roberts. Harley left wing for Tweet. Tweet deep three. Got it. Lars Tweet first three since that opening quarter barrage. He's got 22. And the lead is 26, 65-39. Top of the key, Wallman. Working on Sabalier. Spins. Shot. Blocked by Sabalier. Over to Moshe. Ahead to Roberts. Layup. He missed it. Rebound Rainford. Rainford's putback blocked by Wallman. Picked up by Tane Herman. Tane Herman ahead to Noah Fast. Noah finds Wallman cutting down the lane through the defense and lays it in. Jared Wallman 5 in the quarter, 15 in the game. Warbirds lead is 65-41. Here's Tweet, another deep three. And again, it's good, and he is heating back up, folks. He's got 25, and that is his 7th made three-pointer of the game. I'm pretty sure he's 7 of 10. I don't keep track of misses, but I'm pretty sure. Gavin Waldner, top of the key, drives free throw line. Jumper, no good. Rebound, Herman had a hand on it. Tane Herman going to get whistled for the foul. That's going to be his third. Be the second on James Valley here in the third quarter. James Valley immediately was in the bonus. Well, no, I guess not. Those two Wallman fouls were the ones that got him into the bonus. But since then, Wolsey Wessington has not committed a foul, so hasn't sent them to the line, at least on the bonus free throw. 68-41 is your score. Tweet, deep three, off the window. Nope. Waldner has the rebound go off Sabalier and out of bounds. And the Vikings will inbound. 3:06 left in the third, and that Tweet three would have ran the clock there, I guess. Didn't realize the lead swelled fast. Here's Woolman inside, outside to Herman. Tain the drive, lost it on the way, picks it up and throws up a runner that goes in. Tain Herman with 15 for James Valley. Here's Moshe across the timeline for Roberts. Right wing, cross court back to Moshe, right wing for Rainford. Rainford off the Moshe screen, leaves it for Sabalier, knocked away, stolen by Noah Fast. Ahead to Waldner. Waldner across midcourt, ahead to Wallman. Jared Wallman in the lane. Drops it in the corner for Herman, who fires for three. No good. Rebound Moshe. Moshe driving down the lane, leaves it for Sabalier, who goes left off the window. And good. Isaiah Sabalier with a half dozen. And it's 70-43 Warbirds. Gavin Waldner in the lane, up top. Wallman for three. Got it. Jared Wallman from downtown. He's got 8 in the quarter, 18 in the game. And it's 70-46. Moshe left wing. Cross court Rainford, knocked out of bounds by Noah Fast. Oh, it went off of Rainford. Fast, or no, off of Roberts rather. Fast tipped it off of Roberts, and James Valley will get the basketball. Changes for Wolsey Wessington. What do we got? Caleb Richmond, Lars Tweet, Moshe Richmond, Peyton Rainford, and Harley Roberts. The other side, Gavin Waldner. Herman is out there. Here's Waldner to the rack. Wallman is still on. How about Gavin Waldner with the basket and one? Waldner's got 7 on the night as the Moshe Richmond will pick up the foul. And for Moshe, that's his 4th. So he and Sawyer Nelson both have 4. With 1:53 to play in the third quarter. Gavin back to the free throw line. Waldner is 1 for 2 tonight. Again, 7 points for Gavin. This extra free throw is no good, and the rebound grabbed by Richmond. Moshe across the timeline, leaves it for Tweed, who finds Rainford. Left wing, Caleb Richmond. Caleb back outside, Rainford on the dribble with 20 on the shot clock. 1:40 to play first in the third quarter. Moshe, Rainford. Rainford looks at 3, doesn't want it. Drives past 2 defenders and lays it in lefty. As Peyton Rainford, 7 in the quarter, 15 in the game. And Wolsey Wessington back up by 24. Wallman left wing, fakes the 3, drives, reverse layup. Nice nifty move by Jared Wallman as Moshe had him blocked on the near side, but he just reversed it and laid it in. Left wing, here's the 3 from Caleb Richmond. Caleb's got 5 in the quarter, 11 in the game. And Gavin Waldner almost traveled there, fell down, but did not end up committing the travel. Right corner, Tain Herman. Herman trapped by Lars Tweet, trying to bounce it off and does to Gavin Waldner. Waldner inside, ripped by Moshe. Moshe the steal, no look leave for Roberts, who tips it ahead to Rainford for the layup. 9 in the quarter, 17 in the game for Rainford. It's 77-50, and they are back on pace to break 100. 37 seconds to play third quarter. James Valley Christian will inbound. Bring it into Gavin Waldner out near the timeline. Waldner just left to the top. Up top now for Van Scherel. Van Scherel leaves it for Noah Fast. Fast to the free throw line, out to Wallman. Wallman, deep 3, nope, drives, leaves it out for Fast. He'll take the 3. No good, Moshe the board. Moshe across midcourt, all the way to the basket, gets tripped up by Tain Herman. Obviously not on purpose. In fact, Tain is the first one over there to apologize and make sure he's okay. And then they called it on Wallman? Did they? For real? No way. They called it on Cole Anderson. There you go. That makes more sense. Lars Tweet ready to inbound. We'll bring it into Caleb out near the top of the key. Final seconds of the third quarter. Warbirds lead 77-50. Caleb Richmond, another deep three, no good. Right side rebound tipped and into the hands of the Vikings. Gavin Waldner going to heave one down court. That'll do it for 3 quarters. After 3, Warbirds 77, Vikings 50. We're back in a minute with the fourth quarter. 1 minute on KOKK. Stop into shooter saluting Woolsey today.
On the scene, once again, a craft of some sort has crash landed. I can see movement coming from the craft. Is it the sun? It is. It's confirmed and emerging now exactly what we thought. It is the sun. Ty Clark has just emerged from the craft. He's the son of Kent Clark. And yes, they're teaming up like Superman and Boy Wonder. Father and son finally together. Kent Clark Insurance, Wessington, equal opportunity provider, 458-2281 for your crop insurance needs.
It seems like nothing's built to last these days. Well, here's one that's built to last a long time. Portable creek feeders from Burns Manufacturing in Wessington. These creek feeders are built with convenience and durability in mind. Feed flow is easily adjustable with an agitation bar to prevent bridging and snug-fitting lids. Portable creek feeders from Burns Manufacturing are made locally in Wessington, South Dakota. Put a portable creek feeder from Burns Manufacturing of Wessington into your farming operation.
Dakota Sports.
Welcome back to Woolsey, where the Woolsey-Wessington Warbirds are putting up points at a blistering pace. 25 in the first, 26 in the second, 26 in the third. Lars Tweet leads them with 25. Moshe's got a dozen. Caleb's got 11. Peyton Rainford has 17. Peyton come on with 3 threes in the second and third quarters. Warbirds extending the lead here to 27. And, you know, the running clock might be what kills this 100-point possibility here. Moshe inside will finish. And Moshe with 14. It's 79-50. Here's a 3 on the right wing. That one is no good for Vanderwerf. Rebound way down. Sawyer Nelson will lay it in, and that will trigger that running clock. And that's Sawyer's first basket of the night. 81-50 with 7.5 to play. And a whistle, I think, will go on Rainford. That's Peyton's first. Rainford having a very nice game. 17 points, 3 threes, scoring 8 in the second, 9 in the third. And again, winding clock here, a 31-point advantage for Woolsey-Wessington. Here's a 3. That one is no good from the corner for Vanderwerf. Offensive rebound, though, grabbed by Herman. Gavin Waldner backs it away, drives, leaves it out in the corner. Van Scherl doesn't want the 3. He'll drive, tries it off the window, no good. Rebound, Rainford. Rainford ahead to Caleb. Back to Peyton, right wing for Moshe. Back up top, Caleb Richmond. Caleb the drive. Right corner will step back for 3. That one hits the heel, pops straight up. Woolman the rebound. Woolman runs into a double team, almost a triple, and he did, and now they'll get a foul on Caleb Richmond, and that's probably a little bit on the touchy side, but Caleb's second will stop play with 6:15 to play. Well, of course, it won't stop the clock, though. That's winding. 81-50, Warbirds lead. Right side, here's Vanderwerf up top for Van Scherl. Right wing, Waldner. Right corner, here's a 3 blocked by Moshe. Can't quite save it in as he's sailing out of bounds, and it'll be Woolsey-Wessington, or excuse me, James Valley Christian basketball. Set to inbound here. Javen Van Scherl. He is on the baseline. He'll bring it into Gavin Waldner. Waldner for Tane Herman around the horn. Wallman looks at 3, doesn't want it. Back outside for Vanderwerf. Waldner, the travel. And a turnover back with 5:20 to play. Tweet and Harley Roberts are coming back in for Woolsey-Wessington, or are they? As Hook's trying to decide who's coming out. So Tweet will replace Keaton Zomer. And Caleb will get a break as well as Harley Roberts is back on. So Tweet, Rainford, Hughes, Roberts, and Nelson. Tweet across the timeline. Hughes on the wing up top for Peyton Rainford. Rainford, again, 17 points in the second and third quarters. 9 in the third, 8 in the second. Here's another Tweet three. That's an air ball. And you figure after drilling 7 of them on the day, he's almost due for an air ball, as odd as that sounds. It'll stay 81-50, nearing now the midway point of the quarter. Here's a 3 on the wing for the Vikings. No good. Woolman the rebound, and he'll clean it up. So Jared Woolman, 22 points, kind of quietly. He had 10 in the first half, 10 in the third. He's 7 of 9 from the free throw line. Tweed on the wing, kicks it out to Roberts. Harley a deep 3, no good. That's an air ball. I think they used up all of their accuracy in those first 3 quarters, and boy, were they good in those first 3, as you can tell by the nearly 30-point lead. Sawyer Nelson get a check out. He'll be replaced by Sabalier. So Sabalier, Roberts, Tweet, Hughes, and Rainford. Left side, here's Tane Herman. Hits a cutting Jared Woolman. Woolman all the way underneath, working on Sabalier, and Woolman will put it in off the window. 24 for Jared Woolman. He's got both of the Viking baskets here in the fourth. Clock winding inside. Nice leave Tweet for Sabalier. And Isaiah has 8. 83-54 your score. 3:28 to play. Here's Woolman for 3. That one's good, and he just increases his point total. He's got 27. Surprisingly enough, when Lars Tweet went off, he's just the 25, so Woolman takes over game high. Here's a pass tipped and stolen by Sabalier. He'll leave it back for Rainford. Rainford right side, Tweet. Tweet gonna drive and lost it on the way up and couldn't quite guide it into the basket. Sabalier lost the rebound out of bounds. Here comes Keaton Zomer in. Here comes Jet Kleinsasser in. Hughes and Sabalier and Zomer will stay on, so Tweet's night is over. He'll end this evening with 25 points. And the Warbirds again leading 83-57. It looked like for a hot minute like they might be able to eclipse triple digits, but I think the running clock kind of got them. Fast around the horn, left side here for Caden Ober in for the first time tonight. Here's Ober out on the left wing for Anderson. Back to Ober. Ober on the dribble, bounces it to Noah Fast. Fast in the lane, leaves it up top. Now right wing for Herman. They get it inside to Niederbaumer. Niederbaumer double teamed, pass tipped, Zomer the steal, and now 3 players on the deck getting after it, and it'll be a jump ball. Jump ball's going to stay with James Valley on their end. Inside of 2 minutes now. Gary Zell Auto Glass post-game report coming up here. Minute 45 running clock, should be pretty close to that. The inbounds was right at the end of the shot clock, so a quick 3 by Niederbaumer, and I guess he didn't even get it off in time as they call the shot clock violation down to the final 90 seconds. Inbounds Kleinsasser across the timeline for number 15, Cooper Tim. Tim running the weave with Zomer, right wing Roberts, back to Tim up top, handoff Kleinsasser, Jet the drive. Nice leave for Sabalier. Sabalier, another bunny. Isaiah has 10 on the night. The Warbirds are going to win this one to go to 7-0. Here's a shot, I think, partially blocked by Cooper Tim. To the other end, Roberts tried to finish it off, and he gets 5. So to the free throw line with Harley Roberts. The foul was called on Noah Fast. That is his first. So Roberts, a couple of freebies. First is on the way and good. He will be the 9th player to score for Wolsey Wessington. Warbirds will check in Clay Carey. Carey to replace Sabalier, and that'll do it for Wolsey Wessington. Second free throw is good for Harley Roberts. Roberts will check out, replaced by Jesse McCown. And the turnover in the lineup's complete for Wolsey Wessington. They're up 30 with under a minute to play. They're going to go to 7-0. Vikings will see their season mark go back to 500 at 2-2. All over but the final tally. Gary Zell Auto Glass post-game report coming up. Nice little give and go back and forth there between Jonah Niederbaumer and Caden Ober, and Ober can't get it to go, but the rebound is knocked out of bounds by Wolsey Wessington. So James Valley a final chance with 20 seconds to play. Here's a drive by Fast, leaves it in the corner for Niederbaumer, tries to go behind the back, ripped by Zomer, and that will do it. 87-57 going to be your final score here tonight as Wolsey Wessington Warbirds came out of the gates, specifically Lars Tweet, with 5 threes in a row to take an early lead, and they never looked back. Your final score, 87-57 Wolsey Wessington. Gary Zell Auto Glass postgame report number 2 comes your way in 2 minutes. 2 minutes on KOKK.
The Onward Wolsey Business Association
Take
supports
care,
all
man.
activities of the Wolsey Wessington School. The Onward Wolsey Business Association includes 281 Travel Center and Roll and Wheel Restaurant, American Bank and Trust, Schumacher Repair, McGilvery Heating and Cooling LLC, Mid-Dakota, Pullman Well Drilling, First Stop Insurance, and Engelbrettson's Just One More. Best of luck to the Warbirds from the Onward Wolsey Business Association.
American Family Insurance.
This is Crystal Volkwartson, agent at Volkwartson & Associates, Inc. As your American Family Insurance agent in Huron and Miller, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. Call me today at 605-352-4943, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Stop into Shooter's Saloon in Wolsey today for some good food, good drinks, and great time. Shooter's has new hours. They're open Monday through Friday, 3 to close, with the kitchen open 4 to 10. Shooter's is now open Saturdays, noon to close, with a lunch special and appetizers available noon to 4. Be sure to follow their Facebook page to find the weekly special and any drink specials they may be having. You can still get all their normal menu items like their delicious ribeye dinner and, of course, Shooter's famous homemade pizzas 4 to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Make your next stop at Shooter's Saloon in Wolsey.
Gary Zell Auto Glass is a proud supporter of area high school sports and sponsor of the post-game show. Gary and Michael Zell offer mobile glass replacement of windshields, door glass, cars and trucks, even tractor cabs on site. Gary Zell Auto Glass does chip repairs and they process all insurance paperwork. Call 352-0836 or toll free 1-888-852-0355. Gary Zell Auto Glass in Huron. It's time for the post-game report on 1210 KOKK. Brought to you by Gary Zell Auto Glass in Huron. Once again, here's Matt Watson.
Well, thank you, sir, and welcome back to Wolsey. Your final score here tonight in the boys' game is 87-57 as the Wolsey Wessington boys go to 7-0. James Valley Christian's boys fall to 2-2. For James Valley Christian off the bench, Noah Fast had the only bench basket, 2 points off the bench. All 5 starters did score for Weger and the Vikings tonight. Javen Van Scherel with 3 for Kelby Vanderwerf as well. 7 in the game for Gavin Waldner. Waldner ended up 1 of 3 from the line. 2 more in double figures. Tane Herman hit 3 threes in the game. He went for 15. Jared Wallman hit 2 threes in the game and went for 27 to lead James Valley Christian. Wallman 27 points, 7 of 9 from the line. Vikings scored 21 in the first, 12 in the second, 17 in the third, 7 in the fourth, 57 in the game. They're 8 of 12 from the stripe, and Jared Wallman leads them with 27 points, 15 for Tane Herman. Over to Hooks and Wolsey Wessington, 87 total points tonight, 18 off the bench. Harley Roberts, 2, Colin Hughes, 6, Isaiah Sabalier, 10. Roberts, by the way, both his points from the line as he was 2 of 2. 4 of the 5 starters were in double figures tonight. Sawyer Nelson hit for 2. Caleb Richmond for 11. He hit a 3 in the game. 14 for Moshe Richmond. He has scored in every quarter and went 2 of 2 from the line. 17 on the night for Peyton Rainford. He scored 8 in the second, 9 in the third, all 17 of his points. He hit 3 threes. Lars Tweed off the chain tonight. He was 7 of 10 from 3, hit for 25 points, and didn't score in the fourth quarter. He goes 2 of 2 from the line. Warbirds go 25 in the first, 26 in the second, 26 in the third, 10 in the fourth, 87 in the game. They're perfect in the line in 6 attempts, and they're led by Lars Tweet with 25, Peyton Rainford 17, Moshe Richmond 14, Caleb Richmond 11. Wolsey Wessington goes to 7-0 with the win. James Valley Christian falls to 2-2 with the loss. More Gary Zell Auto Glass postgame report coming your way in a minute. We'll have a scoreboard in 60 seconds on KOKK.
Hi, I am Tyson Lean. As a college wrestler, I push my body to the limit every day. But after a few injuries, I started to feel like I wasn't performing at my best. That's when I turned to Carr Chiropractic and their team of experts. Through a combination of adjustments, rehab, and natural supplements, I was able to recover faster, reduce my pain, and improve my overall performance on the mat. Whether you're an athlete or just looking to improve your health, I highly recommend giving Carr Chiropractic a try.
Gary Zell Auto Glass is a proud supporter of area high school sports and sponsor of the post-game show. Gary and Michael Zell offer mobile glass replacement of windshields, door glass, cars and trucks, even tractor cabs on site. Gary Zell Auto Glass does chip repairs and they process all insurance paperwork. Call 352-0836 or toll free 1-888-852-0355. Gary Zell Auto Glass in Huron.
Dakota Sports is committed to excellence in sports broadcasting.
Scoreboard updates brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron. Girls scores from tonight. Wolsey Wessington beat JVC 46-13. Sanborn Central still leading Howard apparently 39-23 with 3 minutes to play in the third. And Northwestern barely edged Hitchcock-Tulare 43-42, your final in girls basketball. For Wessington Springs, they beat Sunshine Bible tonight 58-29 in girls hoops. DeSmet beat Arlington 66-47, and Miller lost to Mobridge Pollock in girls basketball 45-40. Over to the boys finals tonight. You heard, of course, 87-57 our final. Waverly South Shore leading Aberdeen Christian 22-21 with 4 minutes to play in the third quarter of that one. Howard leading Sanborn Central Woonsockets boys 39-25. Sully Buttes beat Highmore Herald tonight in boys basketball 71-46. Iroquois Lake Preston leading Dubrook 53-48 with about 5 minutes to play in that one. Wessington Springs beat Sunshine tonight 57-39. And Miller beating Mobridge Pollock in the boys side 37-27 with 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. That is a full check of the scoreboard brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron. And that's going to just about wrap up our Gary Zell Auto Glass post-game report. Thanks to Beals back at the studio, our engineer. Thanks to you for tuning in. Thanks to Wolsey Wessington and James Valley Christian for talking to me before the game, of course, and setting us up with a place to watch this 281 conference matchup. The girls' game goes to Wolsey Wessington 46-13. The boys' game to the Warbirds 87-57. This has been a presentation of Dakota Sports on KOKK, committed to excellence in sports broadcasting.
Thanks for listening to exciting high school sports. We are Dakota Sports on KOKK. Tonight's coverage has been brought to you by
Area sports backers are Kent Clark Insurance, Huron Regional Medical Center, Whiff Farms, Slumberland Furniture, 6B Seed and Supplies in Alpena, Burns Manufacturing in Wessington, Olympic Motors, Dairy Queen in Huron, Carr Chiropractic in Huron, Brian Davison State Farm Insurance, Rocking Z Acres, Dakota Land Feeds, Real Estate Connection, and Kaufman Livestock. South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection, brings us the reading of the officials. Gary Zell Auto Glass, our post-game sponsor, and the Mirror Family Hair Care brings us scoreboard updates. Wolsey Wessington sponsors, Onward Wolsey Business Association, American Family Insurance of Miller and Huron, and Shooters in Wolsey. Tune in tomorrow morning. Jeff Duffy will have all the scores, of course, from the games across the state tonight. He'll have a look at that schedule for Dakota Sports